Well, good evening and welcome to Tommy Cash Stadium at LFO High School. This is Micah Freeze, along with my friend Richard Tharp, and we are excited to once again this week bring you Ringgold Tigers football. Richard, how are you doing, man?
Doing great tonight. What a nice night for some football. I'm watching the flag over at the Home Depot, and it is laying silent. So we have got a good night for football. We've got great weather and no wind for the kickers, and I think we've got a great opportunity here tonight.
And on top of all of that, we have a great football team. Ringgold has it comes into this game at 4-1. The season is half over. This is our first game into the second half of the season. And for those who maybe didn't get an opportunity to look at the Times Free Press this morning, our players, they list every Friday morning, they list all of the area statistics, and our players are all over those area statistic analysis. Let me just mention a few of these in particular. When it comes to rushing leaders, Haddon Freeze and Jeremiah Frost. Haddon is second in the Chattanooga area and rushing with 533 yards on 48 carries. Jeremiah Frost is sixth in the area in rushing, 432 yards on 60 carries. They've got 13 touchdowns between the two of them, and that is the backbone of the Ringgold Tiger offense. Richard,
It is. And, Jeremiah was sorely missed last week, but I can tell you, we still got a lot of yards on the ground. And what a
really
three-headed
did.
monster we put out there on display last week in his absence. But listen, Jeremiah is still sixth, and he missed a game.
That's exactly right.
How
Yeah.
potent is that? So when he gets healthy and back, we'll be right back where we need to be for the second leg of the season. So that's exciting.
And if you didn't pick up on it from what Richard was just saying, he is going to miss tonight. Unfortunately, he is on the sidelines, not able to play again this evening. Next week is our bye week, and then we come back after that, and we're hoping that Jeremiah will be back at full speed 2 weeks from now. And I would rather, Richard, that they let him take another week or two off and be ready for the playoffs. But to your point, last week, the running backs looked fantastic. Haddon, of course, had a good game, 21 carries, 203 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But how about Bo Green in particular? Bo was named Player of the Week by a couple of area award givers. I don't know what to call them.
Really.
Some folks
And
who
think
distribute
about this.
awards.
Yeah, so Bo not only had a great night where he really shines on defense, but he stepped in and had a heck of a game filling in for Jeremiah in the backfield and doing a phenomenal job. I think we had a lot of rushing out of our quarterback. We had a lot of rushing out of Bo coming in. And it was just a great scheme that we had. Now, I will tell you, we had a hard time. First and third quarters, we looked in just like you couldn't stop us. And boy, the second and fourth quarter, though, my goodness, I tell
the
you.
very end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. We just turned it on right at the right moment and got in the clear. But hopefully tonight we get a much more even keel offense all the way through and not just come out blazing hot like we did last week and then cool off significantly in the second quarter.
Richard, I got to mention something. I'm looking at the team right now, and Jeremiah Frost is in uniform. Jeremiah has suited up and is on the field in full uniform tonight. I'm very much surprised. When I was at practice yesterday, it sounded like he was not playing. Evidently, he is feeling better, and he is on. I'm looking at him as we speak right now. His back's turned to us, 27 there, and looks like he's ready to run out on the field with the rest of the team. So that is really good news for us.
Well, look, it's LFO, right? When you get a rivalry game, those mean a little bit more. And so I think he realizes we'll see. He may be on a limited pitch count, as we would call it, tonight, just to get him back into action. But at the end of the day, I'm sure he is chomping at the bit to get out here in this rivalry game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's talk about this rivalry game, and I want to get back to the statistics, the other guys and their statistics here in a minute, but let's talk about the rivalry game. For those of you who maybe are not aware, the Ringgold LFO rivalry game is the second oldest rivalry in all of Georgia high school football. Tonight happens to be the 80th time these two schools have met on the gridiron, and up until now, Ringgold leads the series, 44 wins. LFO has 34 wins, and they have tied one time. So 44, 34, and 1. We're looking to get the 45th win tonight in, like I said, the second oldest rivalry in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, a lot of blood and a lot of things gone through the years, and that's got to be why Jeremiah has suited up tonight. He just does not want to miss this game, I'm sure.
And let's talk about the fact that this is the second leg of the Catoosa Cup for us. The Catoosa Cup, of course, the competition each year between the three high schools that find themselves located in Catoosa County. That would be Ringgold, LFO, and Heritage High School. And Richard, I don't know if you realize this, Coach Crisp, this is his third year as the head coach of the Ringgold Tigers. He has yet to lose a Catoosa Cup battle. We've won every Catoosa Cup contest during his tenure as head coach, and this is going to be a tough contest tonight against LFO. They have a very, very potent offense. But before we get into that, let's talk about some of the other statistical leaders in our area. When it comes to punting, we've talked a lot about Sam Bishop and his ability to kick the ball, to punt the ball. Sam is the third leading punter in the greater Chattanooga area. We're talking, I don't know, probably 80 high schools. I mean, it goes all the way down to Calhoun, goes to South Pittsburgh, goes up to Ray County. This is a very large area that's included in this statistical analysis. Sam is third leading in terms of average yards per punt with 41 and a half yards per punt. And then let's talk about interceptions. You've got Bo Green, who is third in the area in total interceptions. Tackles, Haddon Freeze is first. Eli McGuire is fifth. Bo Green is 10th in the area. So we have three tacklers who are in the top 10 in the area in total tackles. Haddon Freeze and Daryl Moore are both top two in tackles
for loss leaders. That's a big statistic right there. It's a
massive statistic, and we're going to need it tonight too. And then fumble recoveries, Bo Green, second in the area, and then Haddon Freeze tied for first in the area in forced fumbles. Those are just some of the statistical realities of this Ringgold Tiger football team. Now, we've talked about this a little bit, but Ringgold likes to run the ball. We are running, all of our offense is sort of predicated on the run, and we go with Jeremiah out there, we go 4 running backs deep in terms of our ability to run the ball. When you include our quarterback, that's 5 quarterbacks deep in our ability to run the ball. LFO on the other side of the field likes to pitch and catch. They throw the ball all over the field, and they have an incredibly potent passing attack. Our defensive line is going to have to find a way to get pressure on the quarterback, and our DBs are going to have their work cut out for them tonight.
Yeah, our DBs will definitely have their work cut out for them. And I'll tell you, that's really what, if you look at the second, fourth quarter last week when we started to have a little bit of an issue, they opened up the passing game, and our DBs definitely had their work cut out for them. So that was just a warm-up for what we will see tonight for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's talk just a little bit about the playoffs. We still have a long way to go. There's 5 games, including tonight, left in the regular season. We are halfway through the regular season, and we're having a camera issue with one of our cameras. I'm not sure what is going on, but we're having a little bit of a camera issue with one of our cameras. But we have 5 games left to go until the playoffs. We're halfway through the season. If the regular season were to end right now, Richard, then Ringgold is the number 6 seed in the playoffs. Now, for those of you who are at home who are not aware of this, starting last season, the GHSA, the Georgia High School Athletic Association, moved to a power rating scale to determine which teams make the playoffs and where they would be seated in the playoffs. Right now, Ringgold is 6th. What makes it interesting is that Rockmart, who beat Ringgold in overtime a couple of weeks ago, is actually 8th in the state. And the team that we're going to play here in just a few weeks, North Murray, is number 1 in the state right now. We have a real opportunity. If we can continue to win, we have a real opportunity to put ourselves in position to host not just 1, but maybe 2 home games and then some, even with the loss to Rockmart. With that said, we're about to kick off the ball, and I'm going to go ahead and encourage you to turn your attention to the field. Sam Bishop is kicking off. LFO is going to be receiving, and we are about to get underway here at Tommy Cash Stadium, LFO High School.
Well, let's see if Sam can continue on with exactly what he's been doing. He's been putting this through the end zone pretty regular.
And once again, this one's going to land about 1 yard into the end zone, and they're going to go ahead and call it a touchback, which is what he does consistently over and over and over, as you just said. That big leg is a real advantage for our Ringgold Tigers.
Absolutely. Yeah. We, starting them out on the 20 every time is definitely an advantage, especially when we were having last week. It really paid off for us when we were trying to hold, and it just, it really helped out a bunch. So here we go. You're talking about this potent offense. I'll tell you, the line for LFO. They've got some large linemen there tonight, so we'll see exactly how much pressure. We've got some good, quick kids.
We do, and they're really good at getting pressure. Haddon Freeze and Daryl Moore in particular getting in the backfield, leading, as we said, leading the area in tackles for loss. And I have a feeling they're going to try and test us very quickly down the field. They're going to try and stretch the field and punch us in the mouth. Let's see what our guys can do.
Here we go with a 4-receiver set, just like you said. Here they're going to start out.
Oh, offside.
And they caught us offside.
Yep. So you mentioned their line just a second ago and the need for our defensive line to be able to deliver. Now, that reminds me of the line on this game. That is, there are multiple websites who evaluate every high school game, and they tell you what the projected score is. And this is not for any purposes of gambling or anything like that. This is just to sort of project out what the games might look like. And they have Ringgold listed. There are two different sites. One has them listed as a 21-point favorite. The other one a 13-point favorort.
Oh, nice quick pass. And I tell you, that was a missed tackle. And here they go down the sidelines. Haddon and, going to get a little, they're still trying to get him, had him back in, and trying to get the ball.
Ooh, man. That's exactly what they were hoping to do. Go deep down the field, punch us in the mouth. Man,
Thomas Long, number 13 for LFO, with a huge gain on first down.
I have a little bit of concern about the fact that Haddon was the first one there. That's a linebacker being the first one to get down there. I'm not sure what happened if we had a secondary out of position. I don't know what happened, but
it was Trey Kirkland, and Trey kind of lost his footing a little bit when he stepped back into the.
I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see that. So then he got past him. Yeah, that's
they're going to run first down.
And that's a nice run on first down, and that's a touchdown.
He's in there.
That is a very quick score.
Bryson Donald, number 9, took it to the house.
That is a very quick score for the LFO Warriors.
That's
exactly what we said we did not want to happen. Richard, we said at the beginning of the game, this team can air it out, and they can put a lot of points on the board. We're going to have to really put points on the board to be able to keep up with them. And their kicker steps back in position to take the snap to try and complete the 7-point play.
Ivan Thomas, their kicker, junior. Clean snap, ball's up and away, and it is good.
It is good. That's 7 quick points for the LFO Warriors. That puts Ringgold on their heels. And, one of the things about the Ringgold offense, we like to run the ball, and we are able to do, to move the ball down the field with some big runs. But running game, typically, an offense that's predicated on running the ball is an offense that likes to control the ball. And we like to get ahead, and then we like to control the ball. It's a little different when we're playing from behind. Now, we've done it before, Richard.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's nothing we're not familiar with. But, look, they first down, nice pass completion down the field, and then first down, second, they ran the ball. So they're mixing up their play calls, and they're keeping us off guard. So here we go. We'll see what we can do when we get the ball here in a second. Their kicker again. Ivan is going to step back. Mr. Thomas there, junior kicker. We'll see how far he can get the ball if we have an opportunity for a return.
Who's back in the backfield? Haddon Freeze all the way back, and I'm trying to see. It looks like maybe Eli Pursley. They're going to kick it. Oh, that's going to be a touchback. No, it's not. He takes it on the 1-yard line. Haddon has a returnable kick, and they take him down, unfortunately, at the 14-yard line. He's down at the 14-yard line. Ringgold's going to take over 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. We've got 86 yards to put 6 on the board, Richard. This is going to be a challenge for our Tigers, but we've got an offense that has shown over and over and over again that they are capable of doing this.
Well, I think we need to see here, see who's coming out for running back. It is Haddon. So Jeremiah might be suited up, but he is not in the game.
Yeah, I wonder if he's I don't know. I was a little surprised when we saw him in uniform. When I saw him yesterday, I know he was still not feeling 100%, so maybe he's an emergency running back tonight.
Well, we're going to start in a 4-receiver set just like LFO did.
And we're going to pass the ball. That's a nice play.
Nice completion.
That's going to get us 8 yards on first down, maybe 9 yards. That's going to put us in second and very short. That brings the ball to the 18-yard line. So that's
Eli Pursley with the catch for 9 yards. So that's nice.
No, I'm sorry. I say the 18-yard line. That's the 23-yard line. You're right. That's second down and 1 to go.
Nice
Ball on the
pickup on first.
23-yard line. Yeah, I like that a lot. If we can continue to do that, it's going to open up. Oh, that's
Deflection,
we
but
still caught it. That's good news.
Eli Pursley again with the deflected catch there. Great hands and picked up the first down.
The good news is if we're able to continue completing these passing plays, Richard, it's going to really open up the ability to run the ball and open up some holes on the defensive line, allowing our guys who are very fast, electric, they're quick, lightning fast, give them an opportunity to get through the line and be able to pick up a few yards and maybe put 6 on the board.
Here we go. 3 receivers to the one side, and
Zach
it's a keeper.
Picks up 1 yard on first down. That's going to make it 2nd and 9. Ball is going to be on the 31-yard line. 31-yard line.
Tried to use Haddon that time as a decoy, trying to draw the backs out, but it didn't fool them there, and their line picked it up nicely. He only gave us 1 yard gain on first down.
Well, there's a lot of Ringgold offense on tape, and they know that Zach, we like to run the ball with Zach. So I'm sure they're spying both the running back and the quarterback at this point. We're passing again.
We are going to pass, and it's going to be deep.
That is
intercepted.
That is not good. That is picked off. And they're going to get the ball on the 34-yard line.
Diane Jackson, number 12 for LFO with the interception.
Unfortunately, Zach underthrew that one just a little bit. I thought it might be overthrown at first, and then the wide receiver really was able to get up under it nicely. But unfortunately, it was underthrown just a little bit, and LFO was able to capitalize by committing the turnover, or getting the turnover, and we committed the turnover. That's usually the position we're in, taking the ball away.
Well, it's definitely a different game than last week where we jumped out to a 21-0 head start.
Yeah, that's exactly
We are now fighting from behind, and we've got our first turnover of the night. And here they go again, 4 receiver.
We can stop this offense.
And they're going to hand it off to number 9 coming around the side.
Big running back. He's going to pick up 4 yards, maybe 5 on that, actually. That's a 5-yard carry. The ball's going to be actually 4-yard carry. Looks like they're going to back up. Ball's going to be on the 38-yard line.
Yeah, Bryson Donald there. He's going to be their workhorse, obviously, in the backfield tonight, and that was a nice,
he's a big
shorter
back.
pickup.
He's a
definitely
big back, man. He's a really big back.
This is his senior game, so it means a little more to him tonight, I am sure. Got a high snap quarterback keeper. He's going to run and pick up the first down.
And then some. That is
Darian Keefe. With a good 10-yard gain almost.
Yeah, that puts them on the 48-yard line.
Well, you got to say, you were talking about the Catoosa Cup earlier. I mean, some of these seniors have not beat Ringgold, and this means a lot to them tonight. Senior quarterback, senior running back, a lot of seniors on that LFO team that really don't want to leave without having a taste of victory.
Oh,
and they
hadn't jumped that snap, unfortunately. And I noticed on the last snap, he tried to anticipate the snap, and I thought he might have jumped off sides last snap, but he didn't, or at least they didn't flag him for it. Unfortunately, this time he jumps way off sides, and that puts the ball first down and 5 now with the ball on the 47-yard line, our own 47-yard line.
Yeah, they have gotten to our side of the field, and I think Darian Keefe's going to really test our line tonight with the cadence and the count. And here we go. He's going to keep it on the keeper, running out in the flat, and got a completion to number 11.
Nope, it is incomplete. They said he was
Malachi out of bounds. Malachi Brown. He caught it, but out of bounds.
Yep. It's going to leave us at 2nd and 5. We're going to have to play a little tighter on these wide receivers, Richard. They're giving them a pretty big buffer, and with the way this team can throw the ball, we're going to have to play up a little tighter.
Yeah, our defensive backs have definitely got their work cut out for them tonight, and I know our line is chomping at the bit to get some pressure in the backfield, but we've got to be careful and give away these easy 5-yard penalties. We've already done this on the first 2 drives.
One of the things I noticed that they're doing is their line is allowing us to get pressure away from the way they're moving the ball, which leaves us in a difficult position. Oh,
quick
that's
pass,
a great
completion.
Play. Fantastic pass.
Jared Mitchell, number 4 for LFO.
And the coverage. Unfortunately, the coverage didn't turn around and get their head around, and they didn't see the ball coming in there. We weren't able to get the ball down, but that's an LFO first down. That puts the ball on the 29-yard line.
And LFO is going to play with tempo. They're trying to line everybody up and get the snap off. They are trying to keep us off balance, to say the least.
Yeah, I was telling some folks before the game, this game worried me a little bit, Richard. These guys, not only do they want to win, I think that's a false start. Yeah,
we've got a false start. I think they tried to get a little too fast there, but we'll take that.
Yeah, that is moving the ball back and puts them in a little bit of a disadvantage, obviously, which helps us out. 5-yard penalty is all. But we need all the help we can get right now, Richard.
Yeah, 1st and 15 is a lot better than 1st and 5, and that's what we found ourselves in.
The problem is 1st and 15, 1st and 5 hasn't seemed to matter right now. They're moving the ball really well. We've got to find a way to get some defensive stops.
Here we go with number 9.
Back, man, what a huge hole.
Nice stiff arm.
Great tackle by Eli
Bryson Donald.
Good tackle by McGuire. That's a 6-yard carry by the running back. That puts him in 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. Oh, well, maybe they only gave him 4 yards. Let's see, 5 yards on that carry. So that's going to make it 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. We've got to find a way to stop him. They're getting way too much. Hey, he's not getting touched until he's 2 or 3 yards past the line.
He's going to roll out.
Daryl Moore coming after him.
And is he going to keep it? Yes, he is. He's going to keep it. And he is breaking free. Darian Keefe takes it all the way down.
He's down on the 1 or 2 yard line. Unfortunately, we were able to knock him out of bounds, but not until he was down at about the 3 yard line.
3
yard line. Yeah, so it's going to be 1st and goal from the 3 yard line now. And Ringgold, we are on our heels in a big and bad way, Richard.
Well, they definitely have us confused out there a little bit right now, but our guys they'll figure this out here in a second.
You know, they said I was hearing before the game that they were going to try and push the quarterback to the middle of the line, giving the middle of the line an opportunity to take him down. We did at that time. Unfortunately, we were not able to contain him, and we bring him down in the field of play. That's
number 9, Bryson Donald with a 2-yard gain, so it puts him now 2nd and 1.
You know, I thought I mentioned Bryson looks big. He's listed at 5'8", 200 pounds, so pretty close in size to Haddon at the running back position. But we've learned from watching Haddon run the ball, if you get low, get your pads low, and you've got good footwork, running back that size can do really, really good things for the other team. Unfortunately.
Well, here we go. That 2 receiver set with a big backfield, and they're going to just hand it off and number 9 and.
He is in for the touchdown. That's 6 more.
Bryson Donald with the touchdown run, 1 yard, and they are now up 13-0. LFO over the Ringgold Tigers.
That is not a good start at all. We're going to have to do some damage to be able to come back on this one.
Now, we're 7:48 in the first quarter, so we're not quite halfway through the first quarter, but they have already gone down quickly twice. Number 3, Ivan Thomas steps back up. Clean snap, clean kick is away, and it is good. 14-0. LFO over Ringgold.
Well, this is not the way I was looking forward to this Friday night going.
Well, this looks like a role reversal from last week. Ringgold jumped out to the early start. But as in that game, it almost went to overtime. So, listen, we've spotted them a couple touchdowns, but I think the coaches have the players huddled up on the sidelines, and I think we're going to have to make some fast adjustments out there to try to figure out some things.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. The good news is we know that Austin Crisp is a fantastic offensive coach. He knows how to coach offense really well, and he'll have something up his sleeve to see if we can put some points up on the board. But we really need to score on this possession.
As I'll say, this is a crucial drive. We need to go down the field and put some points on the board. We don't need a quick 3 and out or anything else like the turnover last time.
They after Haddon got stuffed, they're putting Pursley all the way back this time and bringing Haddon and Bo Green up a little bit higher.
Kick from Ivan Thomas is going to be kept in the field of play.
And Eli is going to do his best to return that ball. And once again, they brought him down at the 19-yard line. They came out with the ball, and LFO got the ball. Richard, that is about as bad a start as we can imagine. LFO turns over the ball. Eli somehow coughed up the ball when he tried to return that, and LFO has an opportunity to go up 3 scores now. They're already in field goal range.
All LFO. With 7:42 left in the first quarter.
Well, I told some folks before the game this one worried me, and I hate it, but it's true so far.
Well, like I said, you've got all this senior class right now, quarterback, running back. There's a lot of other seniors on this class for LFO. They do not want.
Wait a minute. I think they're calling that back, and they're giving the ball to Ringgold. I don't think they're saying. I think they took the turnover away. And they gave the ball, they're calling forward progress, and they're saying that he had forward progress, which allowed Eli to keep the ball. All right. So this is still going to be Ringgold ball. Whew, that is dodging a massive bullet. Dodging a massive bullet, Richard. But we've got to put points on the board. We have to put points on the board.
We do, yeah. This drive just got critical, but hey, we dodged a bullet, like you said. But look, we've got the talent, we've got the ability. We just need to settle down, take this drive down, cut it to a 1-score lead for LFO, and we're right back in the thick of things.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And our guys are gritty. We've said that all year long. They are gritty. We have no one in the backfield. We have 3 receivers and nobody in the backfield. Oh, they're going to run Zach again, and he's going to have a nice carry, a gain on first down. That's a 7-yard gain on first down. Maybe 6-yard gain on first down. No, it's 7. It is a 7-yard gain on first down. Ball's on the 26-yard line.
Doesn't look like much, but 7 yards is a lot when you're talking first down.
We giving props right now to the offensive line. Those guys created the opportunity for Zach to get those. That was not Zach's athleticism that allowed that happen. That was the offensive line creating a massive push up front. First carry of the game for Haddon Freeze. He bounces outside.
He missed, yep.
Nice
dodges
play.
One tackle, dodges another. Nice gain.
Play. That's a first down for the Tigers. That's a carry. That's about 6 yards on first down, and that's going to give us a first down. Ball is on the 32-yard line, it looks like. 32-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 6 yards on that second down carry.
And that was a nice run by Haddon. He did a lot of fancy footwork, evaded 2 tackles, and picked up the first down for us. And that's exactly the grit we need right now to keep moving these chains.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And I'm curious to know how much confidence the coach is going to demonstrate in Zach putting the ball up in the air again, Richard.
Well, we have a 3-receiver set to the far side of the field, 1 receiver down to the bottom, but he is going to hand it off to Haddon.
Man, their line was through it. And how did Haddon miss?
I tell you what. Are they going to call that block in the back? They did. We got a call for blocking the back.
Haddon. Man, a fantastic run, but this one's coming back. I don't know who it was that I missed who it was who tried to make that block. And I know
that was Bryant Marshall with the block in the back. Unfortunate, but Haddon did a lot of dancing around to get to that.
Well, and I know what Bryant was doing. He knew they had an opportunity to spring that run. He was trying. He just caught a little bit too much of the backside of the jersey, and that ball is going to come back on us, unfortunately.
Haddon's calling himself out of the game, and in comes Bo Green as a replacement here. He was tapping his helmet. I think he needed he's taking a knee on the sidelines, getting a breather.
He's not getting seen by a trainer, but he's going to get a break. All right, this is a 10-yard penalty, I would assume, from the spot of the foul, because this is going to put the ball down on the 23-yard line. And we got to go to the 43, so that puts us at 1st and 20 now.
1st and 20 it is. 4-receiver set again. Bo Green in the backfield.
Oh, threw that one out of bounds.
Threw that away.
We look out of sorts right now, Richard. Yeah, both of those running plays, those last 2 running plays from Haddon, you're right, fancy footwork. He did a lot of dancing, but
not a lot of north and south, right?
Well, and the defensive line was through too easily. You know what I mean? That was not what we'd hoped to see. And then that play just looked like a busted play altogether.
Well, Haddon's coming back in now, so we're back.
2nd and 20, ball's on the 23-yard line. We've got to get to the 43-yard line. 6 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first quarter. And we're going to
clean pocket. We're going to throw.
And they throw to
dump it out to Haddon.
Our fans want a horse collar, but that is not a horse collar. That's often misunderstood. Horse collar's got to be in between the pads. He got his jersey there. He didn't get inside his pads, so that was a clean tackle. But he does gain. Let's see. That puts the ball on the 28-yard line. So that's a gain of 5 on 3rd down. That's going to put us in 3rd and 20. 3rd and 15. I'm sorry. A 5-yard gain on 2nd down leaves us in 3rd and 15 with 5 minutes and 58 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Zach's going to roll out. He doesn't really. He's going to throw it long.
He's going very
3 DBs in the area.
Oh, no, it's not. They were able. Bryant Marshall, to his credit, was able to knock that one down.
Bryant Marshall turned into our defensive back there on that with 3 DBs waiting on the ball and him.
We look incredibly out of sorts.
We do.
I don't know if we've gotten punched in the mouth and we're not used to it. We have not been down like this all season, and really weren't down like this last season. Well, I mean, we were down 15 at Rockmart in the fourth quarter. We were able to come back and push it to overtime, so we've done this before. But
offense is not coming easy so far
it is
for us.
not, and offense is coming very easy for them.
Good clean snap. Punts away, but it is not a great kick. Not the kind of kick we expect.
We want. Unfortunately, that's going to be down on the 48-yard line, our very own 48-yard line. And that's going to leave LFO first and 10 with a very short field now.
That's probably about a 15-yard punt. That is not what we needed. All phases of our game right now are struggling, to say the least.
Yeah, that's right. Now, with that said, a turnover here would provide an opportunity for us to get right back in this. And as we know, we've been watching this team all season. We know how to generate turnovers.
They're going to come out again with a 4-receiver set, 3 receivers to the near side, and they've got Rice and Donald in the backfield.
Like to see some Daryl Moore, Eli McGuire, Haddon Freeze pressure against
Darian
the
Keefe
quarterback.
fakes, throws it to the near side, number 14, and he missed 2 tackles, and he got Jamison Hinton with the catch.
Picks up 13 yards on first down. That's a huge chunk play again. Haddon's able to get him out of bounds, but man, you pick up 13 yards on first down. It's going to be a long night for the defense.
Yeah, they faked to the back and threw it out in the flat, and Jamison Hinton did a good job of getting 2 tackles.
This offense does a really good job of what we call multiples, man. They have all sorts of different looks. And unfortunately, our guys are having a hard time being able to sort of compensate for it. And Ringgold defense is on their heels right now. We were able to stop the running back there with just looks like a gain of 2 yards. That's going to put him in 2nd and 8. It's one of the few short yardage gains they've had so far this evening. So that's 2nd and 8 now. Ball's on the 33-yard line for the LFO Warriors.
Fake the handoff again.
Another short pass. Their wide receivers are really shifty and do a really good job.
Number 13, Thomas Long for LFO. It'll leave them 3rd and about 3rd and 4 coming up. And it's nice. We got them in a 3rd down situation. We need to definitely hold them here. I think we're a little out of field goal range for LFO, so we need to hold them here with no gain and get the ball back. They're going to line up with 2 receiver sets to the far and near side, and Bryson in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to big number 9. Oh, number 6. Excuse me. Joseph Brown with a nice gain picks up the 1st down. LFO now with 1st down, 15-yard line. I tell you, they are moving the ball many different ways. Receivers in the flat, running back, you name it. They are having their way with us so far. Here we go again. He's going to roll out. Deflection and interception by Ringle. Luke Jones with the interception. What defense? I tell you. That's what we needed. I tell you, they are just moving the ball at will, but that right there is the exact thing we needed. Coach Crisp has got the offense huddled up on the sidelines. I think he is stressing to them, this is a huge drive for us. We need to get back. So we got to hang on to the ball. So that evens us up with 1 turnover each for LFO and Ringgold. So we're a neutral turnover in our situation now. But now this is it. This is like we said. So here we go with a 5-receiver set for Ringgold. I haven't seen, or 4, excuse me. I thought. Closed. One thing I'll say, the passes we've really tried for the most part tonight have been long passes. We need to kind of get these short yard passes working. That's exactly right. But we got it for a short pickup with Eli Pursley. 3rd and 1. Yeah, that's just what we need to dial up. We need to dial up a short pass to the flat just like that, pick up some yards, keep moving these chains, leave us in 3rd and 1, and it's a lot better than being 3rd and 1 than 3rd and 20. That is a big penalty.
That puts the ball on 3rd.
We are 3:41 left in the first quarter. Another short pass to the flat, but an errant pass a little over his head. He had him open, though.
That block by Ty Henderson. But that lineman tried to come Ty stand around by Ty Henderson. I looked up, I was watching the ball go over, and I looked down and Ty.
I think we're dialing up some formula here for how we can move the ball. And here we go with a run.
That's a Bo Green run.
Bo Green, a short gain.
Folks, sorry about that. My mic was on mute and didn't realize it a second ago, so you haven't heard me for a minute. But I was just talking about Ty Henderson's fantastic block on the previous play. I looked up and saw the ball go over Eli Pursley's hands. And when I look back in the backfield, I see Ty just smothering the defensive lineman. All right, this puts us in 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. Ball's on the 3rd and 9. I'm sorry, ball's on the 37-yard line. And there's 3 minutes and 10 seconds left, and we got them to jump off sides. That's going to give us
roll
5
reversal.
yards. Nice
job by Zach Grauer to get him to jump off, and let's pick up those easy 5 yards. LFO's done that to us twice tonight.
Well, you know, it's a little bit of a reversal of what happened at the beginning of the game. We got punched in the mouth. Now we have an opportunity to come back and regain the momentum. If we can keep pushing the ball down the field, allow them to make the mistakes, and if we can put some points up on the board at the end of this drive, we've got a ball game.
They've got us 3rd and 3, heading in the backfield. Easily picked up here if we could just execute a good play, and we're going to keep
play
it.
By Zach. There's a
We've got flags,
and he does not pick up the first down. Doesn't even, unfortunately, gain any yards, I don't think. Maybe a 1 yard, but let's see what the flag is for.
See what the refs have to say about this. You're right. I don't think we had any gain.
I think it may have been on us. Maybe illegal formation on us. I'm wondering if our receivers weren't all set on the line. Let's see what the call is. Nope, they're waving the flag off.
Waving the flag
off. No flag, but that means they held us on 3rd down. So what are we going to do on 4th down? This
early decision for Coach Chris.
Big decision. Puts us in 4th, and we're going for it.
4th and 3.
Maybe 4th and 2. I think it's 4th and it is 4th and 2. 4th and 2.
You wonder if we're going to try to pick up an easy 5 again, or are we going to actually run a play?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was wondering. A timeout, Ringgold. We're going to spend a little bit of time thinking through this one, and it wouldn't surprise me if they don't send the punter back out there and force LFO for the first time to have to drive the length of the field. I want to take just a minute while we are in this timeout break to talk about some of our sponsors. Let's start by talking a little bit about the good folks over at Peak Kinetic Performance. Peak Kinetic Performance is Chattanooga's elite sports performance facility where athletes come to train, compete, and elevate their game. I'm a big fan of the guys over at Peak Kinetic Performance. One of our local athletes, Richard, Cole Wilcox, who played at Heritage High School, then played for the University of Georgia, got drafted and has been in the Tampa Bay Rays system, got called up to the big leagues yesterday. Just another example of the athletes who work out at Peak Kinetic Performance. We appreciate Peak's support of Ringgold High School football and this broadcast. We also want to mention the fantastic folks at Sexton's Automotive. Sexton's Automotive is your locally owned and trusted auto repair shop for over 40 years. Visit sextonsauto.com to book an appointment today. We've both said this multiple times in the past, Richard. It is a great place to go get your vehicle taken care of, where they are trustworthy, they have integrity, they're going to give you a good price, a fair price, and they're going to do a good job on your vehicle. So go check out the folks at Sexton's Automotive.
All right, we're on the field, 4th down. And we're going to go tush push.
And we got it. That picks up the first down. We get the tush push. I'm not a big fan of the tush push in the NFL, but I like it as long as it works for Ringgold.
It's working for us tonight so far. Big Slade Swaney, big rig there in the middle, just pushed the pile and got us the first down. We needed that first down.
I mentioned this last week, but Slade, I found out where he got his nickname from. His dad told me he was at camp at the University of Georgia last year, and one of the coaches at Georgia said, "Man, you're a big old rig, aren't you?" Hadn't freeze with the handoff, and I thought he was done behind the line. He goes ahead and finds a way to pick up maybe 1 yard. I think he's going to get 1 yard.
And we were just talking about Big Rig, and he is down on the field, folks. And he is not. He popped up and laid right back down. So we have got Slade Swaney down on the field here.
That's not what we'd want to see. Slade has been battling a little bit of an injury all week, and they weren't sure even as of yesterday if he was going to be able to go tonight. But again, like Jeremiah in uniform tonight, he wants to be on the sidelines for this one. Slade's a senior. This is a big game, and Slade wanted to go. It's a big loss if Slade is not able to continue going tonight, Richard.
It's a huge loss there, coming off being a senior and being a leader of that offensive line, and being, that we just showed how that was. He's a vital part of it. I mean, he was the main reason we got the first down there, but he has popped up. The trainers are still looking at him.
Doc Haddock and Steve, our trainer, two of the best in the business, Richard. They know what they're doing, and they take good care of the athletes. One of the things I love about the medical staff who works on our team, Steve, who's been working, I think, 25 years as a trainer at Ringgold, and Doc Haddock, of course, everybody knows Doc Haddock and Ringgold over there on the sidelines just because he's got a son on the team and he loves taking care of our athletes. They will do a fantastic job taking care of these athletes, but they do not ever ask an athlete to go back in when they shouldn't. And
that's right.
I think that's important. They recognize that this is about these kids' futures. Slade Swaney, a big man, he's up, and let's see if he's going to walk off. He's walking off on his own, but he is limping quite a bit on that ankle.
On the ankle, he was nursing all week. Yeah, absolutely.
He's got a high ankle sprain on that ankle, and it's taped up right now, and he's limping off. That is a 6'5", 350-pound, I think, lineman that's walking off the field right there. When I say that's a big loss, I mean that both in terms of morale, and I mean it in terms of size, and I mean it in terms of performance.
All right, well, we'll see what we got here. We are second and 9, 4 receiver set, 3 to the near side. We're going to throw that quick out. That's where we've been needing. And Eli Pursley.
Fantastic move by Pursley, and they push him out of bounds at around the 33-yard line. That's a first down for the Ringgold Tigers at the 33-yard line. Excellent move. I don't know if you saw that move by Eli, but he looked like he was going to go inside, turn, and cut back towards the boundary line, and was able to take it up the field and pick up another 5 or 6 yards after he did so.
Well, I think we'll see a little bit of a change in the play calls right now. I think Zach's getting that ball out as fast because Slade Swaney is not in the middle, and they're going to make sure that they get this ball out of there. And here we go. Haddon Freeze up the middle.
Picks up 1 yard, maybe 2 yards. No, it looks like they're going to give him good night. They're going to give him almost 3.5 yards, something like
tough yards.
2 to 3 yards they're going to give him. So that's going to put us at 2nd and 7, maybe. Ball's going to be on the 29-yard line.
Now we have 1:50 left in the first quarter for those who just tuned in, and LFO is up 14-0, but Ringgold is down on our side of the field, and we are moving the ball.
Finally have an opportunity to push the ball downfield. Going to the air again. He's
nice move.
He's got him open. That's a catch by Eli Pursley. He is inbounds. That is 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. He's on the 2-yard line. Ringgold takes over on the 2-yard line.
What a stop-and-go move by Eli Pursley. He left the DB flat-footed and took off, and Zach identified that right away and let that ball go.
All right, that puts us at 1st and goal, ball on the 2-yard line. An opportunity now to push the ball into the end zone and put 6 on the board.
We've got Haddon Freeze in the backfield, 2 yards.
They're going to let Zach run, and he is going to be in for the touchdown. That's 6 points for Ringgold, and now we've got a ball game, Richard.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Breathe just a little bit easier now. There's 1:14 left in the first quarter. It is currently an 8-point game. We're going to see if Sam Bishop can make it a 7-point game for us here in just a second. But that's a fantastic rushing touchdown by Sam, giving us pulling us within 1 score.
But it was a little bit of everything on that drive. We had a 4th down conversion, we had some penalty help, and we had some great receiver play. and great runs by everybody. So we had a little bit of everything, and it took everything to get us down here.
And let's call that the Zach Grauer series, because Zach really took the team on his back on that series and pushed our team literally with his legs. Oh, that's offsides on the defense. They were across the line. They tried to anticipate the snap. They did not anticipate it well. That's going to put us half the distance to the goal, which begs the question, do we kick the ball still, or do we try and go for two? When they can pick up a couple of yards there, of course, we are missing, well, I would say we're missing Slade, but we're not missing him right now because he doesn't play on special teams.
Correct.
When it comes to at least kicking the ball. He's not the long snapper.
I think Coach Crisp is going to go with the easy option here and just keep it a one-possession game, a one touchdown in here. They're going to go ahead and line it back up and go for the one-point conversion. Another clean, low snap, but he got it up, got it through.
That is a great, fantastic kick. The ball is good. That makes it a 7-point game. It is LFO 14, Ringgold 7 with 1:13 to go in the first quarter. Ringgold has life, and that's good news for all of us Tiger fans.
Yeah, that was a desperately needed drive, but I will say one thing. We had to work for every inch of that all the way down the field, and LFO has had it a lot easier moving the ball tonight. We have, look, our defense had a great opportunity to sit on the sideline. I'm sure our defensive coaches were gathering them around and changing some things around for some schemes coming up for the next possession. So this will be the possession we need to really tighten up and get them in a 3-and-out, hopefully, and get the time back to go back down and do it again.
The problem is, Richard, a fair amount of our defensive players play both ways, and so they didn't get a whole lot of the break on that one, especially our DBs and one or two of our linebackers. They didn't really get much of a break, so hopefully they can catch their breath and we can come back and find a way to stop this offense that has proven to be a pretty impressive juggernaut so far.
They have definitely moved the ball at will. See if Sam Bishop does his normal and puts her through for no return, and I think that's
exactly what he will do. That ball landed 8 yards, maybe 9 yards deep in the end zone. Man, that's a weapon and a half. We talk about it every week, but that is a fantastic weapon that we've not always had, and we love watching him kick for the Ringgold Tigers.
Well, I think at some point in the season, if it comes down to it, we've definitely got the confidence to have him win the game for us with a long field goal opportunity if that presents itself.
He's a fantastic kid, too. Comes from a great family. I like the high-character kids that we have on the Ringgold Tigers. We have so many of these high-character kids who are just class acts. It's easy to root for them.
Bryson Donald with the handoff.
He's trying to get upfield, and he does get upfield. Unfortunately,
and he is still going.
Up the first down. That's a 15-yard. Looks like, are they going to give him full 15 yards? They're going to give him 15 yards on first down. That is a huge, huge first down run. That is not at all what we want to see. Our defense can't decide whether we've got to defend the run or the pass, and unfortunately, they're taking advantage of it.
They are. You know, what they're doing is they're using him as a decoy, Bryson Donald. They'll fake the handoff to him and pass to the flat, and that's definitely keeping our defensive. Yep, here we go, and they're going to hand it off to Bryson again up the middle this time.
Well,
and
that
Haddon
time he gains 1 yard. Looks like Haddon, and who else is in there with him? That's Eli McGuire. Haddon Freeze and Eli McGuire. Those two love to tag team in the middle of the line, and Luke Jones as well. Bo Green up the middle. Not to mention Logan Moore. I'll tell you, we've got good DBs sitting in the backfield. When you think about those guys that are back there, we have a really talented defensive backfield, and they're going to be put to the test. I have a feeling the ball's going in the air right now. This is the last play of the first. Oh, we jumped, but we didn't jump far enough to get the offsides.
Darian Keefe tried to get us to jump again. Darian's been changing the play at the line, and here we go. And just to your, number 14 in the flat again.
There's
the flag for face mask.
I was hoping we would get away with that one, Richard, but we didn't. That was a face mask, I'm afraid, on our Tigers.
Jamison Hinton, number 14, with the completion, and yes, it ends up.
Face mask against Ringgold. Yeah, that's a painful one. I was hoping we would get the stop, but instead that's going to put them in 1st and 10, and that will be the last play of the first quarter. They're going to move the ball, and then they will blow the whistle for the end of the first quarter. That gives us an opportunity to catch our breath and see what we can figure out from a defensive perspective. But that's going to put the ball around the, around the 48-yard line, I think, if it's a 15-yard penalty, and I think it will be. No, it puts it, oh my gosh, no, maybe the 43-yard line is where that's going to put. I miscounted by 5 yards. So that's going to be 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. I'm not sure why they're getting ready to snap the ball. That's the end of the second. They're still trying to
One more play. I guess it and in the quarter on a penalty.
Untimed play. That's right. Yeah, you're right about that. So an untimed down, 0 seconds on the clock.
Darian Keefe with a 4-receiver set. And he hands it off to Jeremiah Bryson.
To Bryson Donald.
Bryson Donald, excuse me, yes.
Jeremiah's on our side. But that's a gain of no yards, maybe 1 yard on that handoff.
Joseph,
right. We're going to go into the second quarter. They're going to be sitting at 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break to give our voices a break, and we'll be back at the beginning of the second quarter. And we're back as the second quarter is getting ready to begin. They're marching off as they switch sides of the field. The ball's on the 43-yard line. That's going to put them in 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 as we get ready to start the second quarter of play.
Bryson Donald in the backfield.
He has been a terror tonight for us. As good as they are throwing the ball, that rushing offense has been devastating to us so far.
And Darian Keefe has been pinpoint accurate so far, and he's going to take another swing. Oh, we get him almost.
Finally got in the backfield, got the pressure we needed. That was Daryl Moore up the middle, as well as a couple of other defenders. Looks like in addition to Daryl Moore, it might be Aaron Collins and Eli McGuire. Aaron Collins, Eli McGuire, and Daryl Moore in the backfield forcing the errant pass. And am I right? That's maybe the second incompletion of the game.
It was, and I tell you, that was all Daryl Moore. Daryl Moore in the backfield and just would not let him complete a pass. He was falling backwards, and that's exactly what we needed. Now we force him into 3rd and 9. This is where we need to actually stop him here and get the ball back.
We've not been in 3rd and long very often so far this game. There is a offensive penalty. I think that's going to be false start on the offense. It is, and that's going to back them up another 5 yards. That's going to put them in 3rd and 14. 3rd and 14. So they're going to move the ball back another 5 yards. And it looks like I think they called the running back there is what they may have done. I wonder if he moved before the quarterback snapped the ball. But he's had his hands up, kind of like he wasn't sure what had happened there. 3rd and 14 now for the LFO Warriors. Our Tigers are down 14-7 right now. We could use a defensive stop here in a big, bad sort of way.
We could. Darian Keefe here, and he is going to throw the ball, which what you would expect. He's got all time in the world to throw.
And, he dropped it. That ball hit the receiver in the hands, and he dropped the pass and saved.
Grady Haddock had his hand up and was trying to bat it away, and I think the receiver thought he is going to be able to do that. He was caught kind of unaware that ball was going to make it through.
He may have just lost visual of the ball with the hand in the way, but either way, it went through the receiver's hands, and that's going to force them to punt. That is really, really good news.
Well, they've left the offense on the field.
Oh, you're right.
They have left Darian Keefe and the offense on the field on 4th and 14. And he's going to punt.
The ball. They're going to punt.
Darian Keefe with the punt.
Let that go.
Oh, and he gets an LFO bounce.
LFO bounce. That's right. But it stays inside
6-yard line.
Yeah, so that's going to be down at the 6-yard line. Ringgold's going to take over first. Oh, there's a flag. It might be. Let's see. I'm not
It's
sure
going to
what
be on
that's gonna be.
LFO. I would imagine we would make them replay that down.
I would think we would too. If we're going to back them up even farther, put them in 4th and illegal shift on the offense. That's an illegal shift on the offense. That's going to mark them back 5 yards.
And
that's
this time we are going to put Bo Green back
there.
and make sure we have somebody to receive the punt.
Well, I don't know if you noticed that last play. Bo was back and then ran up towards the line as he got ready to snap the ball. I think Bo thought, oh my word, they're about to snap the ball and try and throw the ball. And so he ran up towards the line, and that quick pooch punt by the quarterback gave them an advantage. Now they're going to pull the punt team onto the field and walk through a more traditional formation, trying to punt the ball. If all goes well, this is going to give us much better field position than what
definitely.
we're going to end up with.
And we look, we're 11:38, second quarter. We've finally got them in a situation where they're having to punt, and we can get the ball and go down and try to tie this thing up. Bo Green bow, off the side of his foot. Not a good punt, but it does get a good bounce.
But still, that is going to be that's going to be down at the that is a 14-yard advantage for us.
That's right.
On that play. So that's going to be 14 yards to the good for our Tigers of Ringgold. And they're going to take over on the 20-yard line. It's basically like a touchback, to be honest with you. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Well, I will say nothing's come easy for Ringgold tonight, but we are still within this game, and we are right there in it. Now, Slade Swaney is still not back out on the field. We have got Adam Gann now as snapper. Got a 4-receiver set, 3 on the far side, 1 on the inside, and Haddon Freeze in the backfield. Zach Grauer takes it, throws a quick flat pass for a completion of about 1.5 yards to Bryant Marshall. So here we go. First down, quick flat pass. Not a big gain there, but, a gain nonetheless. So second down is going to become pretty important here. We don't want to end up in 3rd and long. And I end up same thing, 3-receiver set down, 1 out, and we've got Haddon in the backfield, and it is 2nd and 7.
We were lucky to get 3 yards on that play, to be honest with you.
We were. Oh, Zach's he's going for it all.
He's got him. Oh, my word. Grady Haddock laid out trying to catch
Bryant Marshall?
Pass.
Grady had Bryant Marshall.
I apologize. I thought that was Grady.
He threw him just a little long there because Bryant never let up. But I tell you, he basically was going for it all. And that's the kind of knockout play we really need right now. I got to be honest. I think that was a great play call, and it does put us in a 3rd and 7. But, if that had worked out for us and we could have scored right there, I think that's the play we needed. We're going to come back with the same set, 3rd and 7, adding in the backfield, and we're going to hand it off up the middle, and they are all over it.
Him.
There's going to be no gain or maybe even a loss of 1 yard. Yep. And we are going to send the punt team in.
Well, you have to send the punt team on this one. We're
absolutely
too far back there.
Well, not the way we wanted it to turn out for us. We are 10:30 and counting in the second quarter. LFO up 14-7. And we are having to punt.
This is where we need one of those nice, long, fantastic 41, 45-yard punts by Sam Bishop. Not to mention a nice roll on the other side of it.
Oh, he is not having his best night. That is 2 punts that he has just not gotten off that well at all.
That one goes out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Maybe the 43-yard line. So Ringgold is going to step out on defense, and once again, LFO has a short field like they have had almost all night long.
Yeah, the field position battle has definitely been all LFO for the most part tonight. I've noticed the 2 snaps on the 2 punts we've had. He's almost jammed him into his chest, and he hasn't been able to get his full extension and get that. I think we'll have to fix that on the next one. But he has had 2 uncharacteristic punts. I know you said he was 41.5 average here coming into the game, but tonight his average is dropping with these first 2.
Let's see if our defense can once again find some ways to put pressure. Oh, Haddon Freeze up the middle. Daryl Moore right there with him. They forced the bad pass, and that is an incomplete. What a play. We just said we got to find a way to get pressure.
We do.
Haddon Freeze and Daryl Moore, the 2 guys leading the area in tackles for loss. They showed it again.
Darian Keefe got a low snap that time, and by the time he picked that ball up and looked up, there was Haddon Freeze in his face.
Yep, that's right.
And when he rolled out to his left thinking he was out of that Who was right there to meet him? Daryl Moore, right there to meet
Daryl
him.
Moore staring down right on
So,
the face mask
hey,
at you.
Great way to start first down.
Running the ball again, and this time they're going to pick up 7 yards. Yeah, I think about 1, 2, 3, no, 6 yards on that one. That's going to leave them in 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4.
I tell you, Bryson Donald is a tough runner. He is definitely a north and south, and you've got to take 2 or 3 guys to get him down.
Yeah, he's a hoss. He's, as I said, he's almost the same size as Haddon. He's 5'8", 200 pounds. I think Haddon is 5'6", 179. That's a big boy to bring down. Oh, that's a fumble.
Fumble.
And that is that's a loss.
Bryson Donald falls on the ball.
That's a loss of 3 or 4. Let's see, loss of 3 or 4 yards. That's going to put him in 4th and 6. Maybe 4th. Yeah, 4th and 6. Let's see what they're going to do on 4th and 6.
They're going to leave the offense on the field.
This is kind of no man's land.
It is on their side of the field. They feel like they're playing with house money at this point with the field position battle the way it's been.
But if we can get a stop here, it puts us in an opportunity. And that's a bad snap.
But he's going to punt it away again.
And I tell you, into the end zone. There we go. That's a touchback. Ringgold's going to take the ball. All right. Well, we survived.
2 3 and outs.
That's fantastic. Our defense has done well. They've had some miscues on their side of the ball, and our defense has taken advantage, and they've applied the pressure we needed. And we've taken advantage of the opportunity to not turn the ball over on downs, but give us an opportunity to do something with the ball. Let me mention, for those of you who are watching at home who maybe don't get an opportunity to come to the game, I've had a few folks ask about this opportunity. If you want to contribute to helping make this broadcast a possibility, there's a QR code on your screen. Feel free to snap it with your phone, and it'll take you to a Venmo page where you can donate to the Quarterback Club to help pay for all the equipment and airtime that we pay for on a regular basis.
Quick handoff to Haddon.
Oh, nice move by Haddon Freeze. He is having to fight for every yard. That's 2 yards for him. 8 minutes and 41 seconds left in the second quarter, and the clock is continuing to count down. 8 minutes and 34 seconds and counting.
We could take this clock down. We can run this ball down the field and methodically, not too fast, and use the clock up. We could go in with a tie game and just come out with a fresh half.
That would be fantastic if we could find a way to pull that off. We've got to fake the handoff, and Zach's going downfield. He's got a man. He intercepted the ball. That is not good. We're throwing into double coverage over and over, and unfortunately,
Brian Marshall could not get enough defensive back on that one to keep from not having number 14, Jamison Hinton, for LFO with the interception.
That's 2 interceptions on the night for Zach, and truthfully, should have probably been 3 interceptions, to be honest with you. We had a 3rd interception that ended up not being completed, but Brian Marshall played DB on the position, was able to knock it down, but that puts them once again, Richard, we've said this all night long, once again it puts them in short field position.
Yeah, they're starting on their 49. So they're starting on our side of the field. Yeah. Yes, they've done that a lot tonight.
We need a turnover.
Bryson Donald with the carry. Or no?
And no, this isn't
That's Joseph Bryan.
Yeah, I was going to say this is a new back. This is Joseph Bryan.
Joseph Bryan with the carry.
With about a 5-yard carry, maybe 6-yard carry on first down.
We do have laundry on the field.
It looks like LFO is walking backwards, so this is going to be against LFO, holding against LFO. This is going to be a painful penalty. Instead of 6 yards on first down, they're now going to be first and let's see, wow, that's going to be first and about 16.
First and 16. Yeah, they had it on the 49, and they've got it back on the
44.
40. Yep, 44.
So first and 15.
First and 15.
Ball's on the 44-yard line. LFO's 44-yard line. 7 minutes, 56 seconds and counting left on the clock. That's a painful penalty. That's an 11-yard loss, basically, over what they had gained on first down.
Absolutely. That's what Ringgold needs right now, though. We need all the help we can get. Joseph Bryan in the backfield, and they've got a 4-receiver set. He's going to roll out.
Oh, a little bit too hot, too much mustard on that pass.
Jamison Hinton almost with a one-handed catch for LFO.
As has been true for Darian Keefe tonight. He's got great vision. He knew exactly where to go with it. He just a little too much zip on that pass, and his receiver wasn't quite in position. Tried to one-hand it and wasn't able to bring that down, unfortunately, for LFO. But really good news for Ringgold. So that's second down. Sorry, they corrected it. It's 17 to go on second down. So that was first and 17 with the incomplete pass. That puts them in second and 17 now. The ball is on the 44-yard line.
Well, we'll be thankful that there's no Odell Beckham on that team. That one-handed catch would not have been good for us. And here we go. And he is going to fake the handoff, throw it to the flat to number 14 again. And
nice defensive play by our
swarming.
Yes. That's Will Matthews, Haddon Freeze, Bo Green. And that is a gain of 2 yards. That's going to put him in 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15 from the 46-yard line. 3rd and 15 from the 46-yard line.
We're starting to figure out that flat run there and swarming that ball. So, yes, that was
this
nice.
is what Houston White does. He knows how to coach defense. He's been doing it for a long time, and he's made the modifications necessary. This puts them in 3rd and long. We need them in 3rd and long. We said that on the last series of downs.
We're now 6:58 and running on the clock, so it's time for us to make a stop here and get the ball. So we have plenty of time and 3 timeouts left to get down the field. They're going to run that 4-receiver set again, 3 to the high side, 1 down low, and it is going to be a ball going out.
Coming after
pressure.
Him. He's throwing it out of bounds. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Complete.
I thought
number 4, Jared Mitchell.
Keith threw that falling backwards. He threw that pass up, falling backwards, and found his receiver, and that is a first down for LFO. That's a backbreaker, man.
Yeah, that's not what we
completion.
Needed.
Really tough completion.
But you got to give it to him. Listen, Darian Keefe, what a great throw, and even a better catch from Jared Mitchell, number 4 for LFO.
Again, that goes back to what we said at the beginning of the game. They have a potent passing attack. They know how to distribute the ball. We had the pressure on the quarterback. There's that little pass into the flat again. Oh, great blocking. Ooh, nice tackle by Haddon Freeze. He put him on the ground. But that is going to be a first down for that's going to be a first down for LFO. If it's not a first down, it's really close to the first down.
That was number 12, Zion Jackson for LFO.
Yep, that's a first down. They give them a first down for that. That's going to be 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. 17-yard line.
And 5:56 left here in the second quarter, and LFO is threatening. They're in the red zone.
And off the ball, they have not used their other back at all on this series.
Oh, it's been all Joseph Bryan in the backfield this series.
That's an
Joseph
interesting. That's a pickup of 4 or 5 yards. It looks like a pickup of 5 yards, and that puts them at 2nd and 5. Ball on the 12-yard line. 2nd and 5. Ball on the 12-yard line. 5 minutes and 25 seconds and counting in the half.
I think that was a strategic run to keep the clock running and run off a little bit of clock here.
Yeah.
Trying to leave us with not a lot left.
Yeah, that's right. They're going to try and run the ball again, and he finds a hole, unfortunately.
But he's staying in bounds.
Oh, my gosh, he got out of bounds. No, they're going to say he was tackled in bounds, which means the clock continues to run. All right, so that's going to be no, they did stop the clock. That's been very confusing because 2 of the refs.
2 of the refs had the arm windmilling around, which would indicate running the clock. 3rd and 3, 5:01 left in the second quarter.
As we've said this multiple times, it's another big stop. We need to get them here so that we can force them into a field goal attempt. 3rd and 3, they've got a lot of different things up their sleeves. Let's see if they go to the run again. They've been very successful with the run tonight.
Timeout. They're going to call timeout. Darian Keefe wants to come to the sideline and talk it over.
That's going to give us an opportunity to talk about our sponsors tonight. We want to talk about Peak Kinetic Performance. Peak Kinetic Performance is Chattanooga's elite sports performance facility where athletes come to train, compete, and elevate their game. Peak Kinetic Performance, we'd highly encourage you to go visit the folks over at Peak Kinetic Performance. And we also want to mention Sexton's Automotive. Sexton's Automotive is your locally owned and trusted auto repair shop for over 40 years. Visit sextonsauto.com to book an appointment today. The guys at Sexton's Auto are fair. They do great work. They can be trusted. I would highly recommend, if you've got something going on with your vehicle, go trust Mark Sexton, his brother, and the other guys at Sexton's Automotive. They will do a fantastic job for you and anyone that you know that needs some work done on your vehicle. All right. We find ourselves now, Richard, in a position where it is 3rd and 3 to go, 3rd down, 3 to go. If we can stop them here, it puts them in a spot to try and attempt a field goal, which would be a win for us.
Well, my gut feeling is I don't know that they would kick a field goal.
Yeah,
I think right now they may want to try to go up by 2 full scores before the half. And the way they've gone through it on 4th down or on 4th downs here through the game, I think if they get a short gain or no gain, they may still think about it. So this is one of these opportune times you talk about it. We need a turnover.
We do need a turnover. A big stop where we were to punch the ball out or something like that would be huge here.
Now they have changed running backs. They have got number 9, Bryson Donald, back, and he hasn't been in here on this part of the drive, but he is in on this 3rd and 3 crucial play. They're going to keep receivers in for extra blocking. I've got a feeling that's what they're going to do. They're going to call him up, and he does. And
he's got a huge hole, and that's a touchdown.
He is in.
Gosh, that is not a good way to end that drive for our Tigers, unfortunately, but that's going to put them up 20-7 with 4 minutes and 56 seconds left in the half. That is a touchdown for the Warriors, and now they're going to find themselves attempting the extra point.
You know, we have had our hands full with number 9, Bryson Donald tonight. He has been just pretty hard to get down. Here we go for the extra point. LFO's got a clean snap. It's up.
Oh, man alive.
And it is good.
Came around the corner and just about got the block on that attempt, but he was not successful, unfortunately, and that puts them up 21-7. This has been a rough first half for us, and we found it a very difficult task to try and find any points at all to get on the board. We got the one drive that Zach Grauer really put the team on his back and took the team down the field and was able to punch it in for the touchdown. With almost 5 minutes left in the second quarter, almost 5 minutes left in the half, we really need a scoring drive right here to pull it within, and really it needs to be a touchdown if at all possible, to pull within one score going into the halftime.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is definitely, I think we're 4 down territory unless we just don't get the first couple first downs here real quick. I think we're going to keep having to push the ball down, eat the clock. We've got 3 timeouts. We've got our 2 timeouts, excuse me. We're down to 2 timeouts, but 4:56, enough time. We can go down. We can do this.
We've just got to find a way to put some consistent offense together. We have not had any burst with a running game at all. And it's really just been Haddon in the backfield. Bo Green has been in for a couple of plays. I'm really surprised that they're kicking the ball short there.
Daryl Green with it, and he is running. He's going to get it out.
That's Bo Green.
Bo Green, excuse me. Bo Green out to the 35. So good starting field position.
I'm really surprised they kicked short on that one, Richard. They've done a good job covering the kickoff so far by kicking deep. It's a little surprising to me that they would kick short and give us an opportunity to have a little bit of a shorter field. That took 5 seconds off the clock. There are 4 minutes and 51 seconds left in the half, and an opportunity for us to try and do some damage. As I said, we've got to find some consistency running the ball, and we've got to find something in the passing game besides those quick outs to Eli Pursley, though those have been fantastic for us tonight.
Slade Swaney is still out.
Yeah, I'm afraid we may not see Slade again tonight.
Yeah, number 57, Adam Gann, is filling in.
And really
here we go.
Good job running the ball with Haddon. And once again, they are all over him. He is just getting
a lot of east and west, not a lot of north and south.
Yeah, there's nowhere for him to get through the line on that one. And he's trying to dance, but he has not been able to successfully find a way around those defenders who are just coming unchecked. And I think part of it is they don't fear the pass right now, Richard. We haven't been able to prove that we can push the ball down the field through the air. And as a result, they're look how close everybody is to the line. Even their secondary is tight, fairly tight to the line.
2nd and 14.
Loss of 4 yards there. That's a painful loss.
We are going to throw it, and we're going to throw it. Incomplete.
Man. We had 2, Gavin Williams and Haddock both were there with an opportunity to catch the ball, but the ball went between the 2 of them, basically. Puts us in 3rd and long, which basically says we've got to pass the ball. And unfortunately, if we can't complete a pass here and get the first down, it's going to give them the ball with good field position and plenty of time to go down the field.
Yeah, we have struggled in the punting game tonight, too. So hopefully we get that worked out if we have to punt. But I think right here we just need to dial up the right play, and we need to pick up this 3rd and 14. This is what we need. We've got to come up with something. Going to stack our receivers on the near side.
Fake the handoff.
And
they're
it,
all over him. That's a fumble.
Fumble.
Woo, we recovered that one. My word. But they, I just got to tell you, Richard, they're playing
Adam
better,
Gann
they're
recovered
playing
it.
a better game tonight. I mean, I hate it. I wish it wasn't the case. But we are just not. We just don't look strong tonight at all.
Yeah, all phases of the game tonight have definitely been all LFO to this point. Offensive, defensive, even special teams. Here we go, 4th and 22, and we are going to have to punt, obviously. And this is where we need a good punt. We just need them to dial up a good snap and a good punt.
Once again, he received that. Oh, now that's a good punt. He got a great kickoff that time, gets a good Ringgold bounce and goes out of bounds. No, it doesn't go out of bounds. They're going to down it at the 32-yard line.
But you saw what I was saying. They're really getting it too.
That's right. He's receiving that in his rib cage. He's not receiving it in his hands.
He cannot by the time he gets it out. But he did. He compensated and got a great one. That was a great time to have that happen. We needed to get him.
Well, that puts the ball at 1st and 10. The ball's going to be on the 31-yard line.
LFO with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, LFO does have 2 timeouts, and there's 3 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the half. 3 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the half.
All right. This is when our secondary needs to tighten up and keep these receivers in check because they're going to try to push it down the field with a little bit of tempo. Sure enough, first play to the flat.
And man, that was a great defensive play.
It was.
Logan Moore with the tackle. They got maybe 3 yards on that one. No, they got no gain. No, it is a 3-yard gain. Sorry, I apologize. 3-yard
Patton Freeze was all over Darian Keefe, but I can tell you, Darian sidearmed that pass out to the flat. He's been sharp tonight, to say the least, for LFO.
Well, he's been sharp all season. This is one of the things he's been known for, is his ability to distribute the ball. Let's see. Yeah, he's one of the top 10 passers in the area. With the nice tackle for loss. That is a
field tackle
loss of
Bryson
2 yards. Yeah, that's a tough guy to bring down.
One of the rare occasions where Bryson Donald was put in check with no gain.
Yeah,
nice open field tackle by Patton Freeze.
All right, that puts him in 3rd and 8. The ball's on the 33-yard line, 2 minutes and 22 seconds and counting. Now we're saying the reverse of what we said a minute ago. We need a stop here because that'll give us the opportunity to get the ball back and try and find a way to score before the half.
Absolutely. I think it's been another one of these flat passes. Of course, I think he's trying to pull us off sides again. And he's going to call timeout.
Yeah, that's 2 minutes and 7 seconds left on the clock. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left on the clock. And that's going to put LFO at 3rd and 8 with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left on the clock. The score is 21-7 LFO. LFO has 1 timeout, and Ringgold's got 2 timeouts left. If we can find a way to stop them on this play, it's going to give us the ball with about 2 minutes left or so in the clock. On the clock, I would assume we'll call a timeout if we stop them on this play, and that'll leave us with 1 timeout remaining. Richard, we got to find a way.
It is not
deep, and we got to find a way.
It's not come easy for Ringgold so far tonight in any phase of the game. Field position we've been behind on. Offense, defense. I'm sure time of possession is way in favor of LFO at this point. But look, we're not out of it. We started out last week with a 21-0 lead, and we found ourselves tied up in the second half. So it is doable, but this is huge here. To stop this and get the ball back, like you said. We need a defensive stand again from our team.
3rd and 8. You would imagine they're going to throw the ball here. Our DBs are going to have their work cut out for them. They're going to have to find a way to play in on the receivers and not let them pick up any yardage.
Yeah, they've got,
assuming they can complete a pass,
Jameis Henderson and Malachi Brown out there, and sure enough, we're going to go with a deep ball. Too deep. Overthrew him.
Fingertips. And that's going to allow us, that stops the clock. We don't have to stop the clock now, Richard.
Correct.
We don't have to stop the clock, which surprises me a little bit. I would have thought they might have done something to keep the clock running and force us to
I think they were thinking of the dagger there. Malachi Brown, number 11, was open. If he'd have caught that, if that ball would have been put for him in stride, he would have been down and in. And I think that's what they were going for.
As good as Darian Keefe has been tonight, he's had a couple of those deep passes go off the end of the fingertips of his receivers. and that's been to our benefit. All right, they step back into punt formation. Bo Green is back to receive this.
Oh, he came for it
Haddon,
and just missed it.
Just missed the block on that punt. I don't know how he missed that, to be honest with you. Good night. Haddon came flying in there and just missed that punt. Just missed that block. All right, well, that's going to cause us to take over on the 26-yard line. They get a nice kickoff. It gets a really good LFO bounce. That's going to leave 1:51 on the clock. The score is 21-7 in favor of the LFO Warriors. Ringgold has 2 timeouts to go, 2 timeouts left in the half, and an opportunity to drive the field and try and put 7 up on the board before we go into halftime.
Question is, will we try to stretch the field and get this pass game going north and south?
We have tried a couple of times, and it's been picked off twice and should have been picked off a third time. So let's see what they've got in store. They're going to run the ball with Haddon, probably anticipating that they thought we were going to throw the ball. He picks up 4, maybe 5 yards. That's going to put the ball at the 32-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 6 on first down. A gain of 6.
We're not going to call timeout. We're going to rush up on the ball and get set.
I'm okay with that. Keep the defense on their heels. Clock continues to run. They fake the run, and that's going to be a first down by Eli Pursley. He's going to take the ball almost to midfield. That's going to put the ball at the 48-yard line, and that's going to stop the clock so that they can move the chains. 1:21 left on the clock. 1:21 left on the clock. We're not having to call a timeout, which is good news. The offense tries to get set so that we can snap the ball as soon as they give us the go-ahead. Once again, they're running the ball, and Haddon is once again met in backfield, but he finds a hole, and he fumbles
the ball's loose.
He fumbles the ball, but we recover it, and that is our ball across midfield. All right, that's Ringgold's ball. That's going to be the 48-yard line.
So Brian Marshall with the recovery.
No, they just gave it to LFO. They just said that is LFO's ball. Oh, my word. They originally signaled
it looked
that
like
Ringgold
Brian
got
Marshall
the ball.
came up with that ball, but they are saying that, nope, LFO ball.
They signaled that Ringgold got the ball, and then they came and overturned it and said that LFO got the ball. No. Well, the head ref is signaling in both directions.
They're having some, yeah.
I think maybe they're going to try and figure out what's going on here. Let's see. Nope. It looks like we're bringing the offense back out. I think they're going to keep the ball with Ringgold. This is really confusing, Richard.
It's an exciting way to end the half, to say the least. You had 2 referees saying LFO, and you had another 2, and luckily the one in the white hat agreed with the call for the Ringgold side of the field to get the ball and keep it. Yeah.
LFO fans are not going to like this at all. The LFO coaches were celebrating on the sidelines, and I really thought, I'm not sure they've made a decision yet. It sounds like, listening to the guys, the umpires here in the booth, the referees here in the booth, that they're still trying to decide what the call is.
It's Ringgold ball. Yeah. When the gentleman in the white hat's in our backfield leaving our offense on the field, that's a great sign. All right.
Ringgold ball.
1:05. 2nd and 6.
Yeah, that was 4 yards on that fumble and recovery. Thankfully, he fumbled the ball forward. And
Brian Marshall did recover. Here we go.
You don't want to fumble, but if you do, that's the way you want to do it. All right, 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the clock. They're going to the air.
Zach's going to throw it.
Zach is high again. He's been high a couple of times on those passes to the sideline, but that only allows 4 seconds off the clock. That puts us at 3rd and 6. The ball is on the LFO 48-yard line. We must have called a timeout on that play. We did call a timeout on that play, so we're down to 1 timeout now. 3rd and 6. We need 6 yards, but this is 4-down territory. Oh, that is I don't know what that was. That's an incomplete pass. Woo, my word. Did you see that snap, Richard? That was strange. It looked like
it was a strange snap, and Zach almost went back in slow motion. Oh, flags coming up everywhere, and it looks like it could be a personal foul. LFO
penalized here. That is not good. It looks like whoever the LFO Warrior was, the umpire was telling him to get off the field. I don't know what he did, but it wasn't good. And that's going to be a penalty against LFO. That's
Chris Robles Sr. He got a little assistance coming off the field there, but yes, let's see.
Well,
Wait for the call here.
When you have these rivalry games, tempers can get hot. We've seen it happen with our guys before as well.
And this was 4th and 6, remind you.
3rd and 6.
Well, it was going to be 4th and 6 coming up.
That's right. It was
going to be 4th and 6. So let's see if we get a first down and some free yards.
Our guys think that it's going against us. They're backing up. I don't know. I wonder if it's going to go both ways. It's possible this could be offsetting penalties and they replay the down.
We're still waiting here. They're going to change the marker now to 3rd down.
Yeah, so they're going to replay the down. Maybe. Let's see what the call is. Head ref makes his way now to make the call. He's going to explain it to the LFO coach. He's going to provide an explanation to the LFO coach. Oh, they're marching it off. It's Ringgold's favor.
They are marching the chains.
LFO. Ooh, the LFO fans
and the LFO fans are not very happy about it, but we're going to have first down at the 34-yard line.
That is a big, big, big penalty, Richard.
It is. 56.8 seconds left in the second quarter. We have one timeout left.
All right. The ball's on the 33-yard line. We want 7, but as a reminder, we've got a kicker who, if the ball's on the 30-yard line or in, he is solid. I was watching him warm up, and he was constantly nailing from 40 yards out. And so if we can get the ball to, say, the 23 or so, it's almost a lock with him.
Zach back to pass.
There's
quick
another pass out, and
Brady had it.
Caught it in bounds. They're going to keep the clock running, 49 seconds and counting. Our guys are trying to get up on the line so we can snap the ball. They're going to hand the ball off to Haddon, and he is met by half the team. Oh, my goodness. That was a blow he took right there. He's going to lose 1 yard maybe. There's 29 seconds and counting. We are not stopping the clock. I don't know what we're doing.
We're going to try for one more play.
I guess we're going to try for one more
play. Coach Crisp is singling in a play.
Okay, here we go. 18 seconds and counting. Oh, got him to jump off sides. There we go. That's a first down for the Tigers. At this point, though, first down doesn't matter quite as much.
When you only have 14 seconds, you can only run so many plays, right?
Well, stopping the clock is what matters. And, yeah, with 14 seconds and one timeout, you've got maybe 2-3 plays left. Excuse me.
2 plays, time enough to, even if we catch something in the middle of the field, to call a timeout to at least get a field goal at the worst. But we do have time.
Ball's on the 21-yard line, 1st and 10, 14.2 seconds to go. They're going to hand the ball off to
hand it off.
He finds a little bit of a hole. He gets through, picks up about 7 or 8 yards.
7 seconds, 6 seconds,
5, 4, 3, 2.
We need a timeout here, Coach.
They called it with
1.5 seconds left.
That was starting to make me worried.
I was worried there myself. I thought surely we're going to call that timeout.
All right, this is going to put the ball on the 13-yard line. And so ball's going to be on the 13-yard line. That was a 7-yard gain by Haddon Freeze.
Sam Bishop over there warming up the leg, so I've got to think we're going to try for a field goal here.
Yeah, try and go in at the half, down 11, which is still a 2-score deficit, but puts the ball within, or puts the game a little closer in range. And if you'll remember, Richard, we received the ball at halftime. So we've got an opportunity here to make a 10-point swing if we can get this. We can get this field goal and then come back down after halftime and put 7 up on the board. That makes it a 4-point game, and now we really do have a ball game. But we're going to have to figure out a way to find some offense that's not just dependent on them committing penalties.
Absolutely.
We cannot run the ball tonight, and we have not thrown the ball downfield. About the only thing that's worked for us have been a number of those quick outs in up against the sideline.
Now, we need a good clean snap. Bo Green did a great job with the snap earlier. It was low, and he got it in position for Sam Bishop to kick it. But here we go. Let's see if we can put 3 on the board right here before the end of half.
Great job by Bo Green.
And Bo Green got it down.
And it is good. All right, Ringgold goes into the half down 21-10. The score is 21-10. Ringgold's got a little ways to go in the second half to try and come back and make this work, but we've brought it within 11, which is a little better than the 14 it was just a minute ago. Folks, I hope you enjoy your halftime. We will be back with the third quarter in about 20 minutes. Well, we're back and getting ready to kick off in the third quarter. This has been a rough game so far, Richard. We have found ourselves time and time again on the wrong end of the scoring battle, and we've got our work cut out for us in the second half. What would you say are the keys to winning in the second half?
Well, I really think we've got to get our passing game vertical. You know, we've had some flat passes and we've had a little bit of a running game, but our running game hasn't been as north and south as traditionally it was. I haven't seen a lot of the three-headed monster that we tried last week with Bo Green and Haddon and
Zach Grauer.
yeah, that's it. You know, and Zach. But you know, we just so we're just not getting vertical. We're not stretching that defense any at all, and they are keying in on us. So I think we've got to start stretching the offense has got to get stretched down the field, get the defense stretched. You know, our defense, for the most part, you know, they're doing an okay job. You know, at least they've held us into the game more than the offense, I would say, at this point.
I think that's true. And, you know, we talked about it beforehand. This LFO offense has the ability to put points up on the board, and they've proven that. They've been putting the points up on the board in the first half. 21-10, of course, is the halftime score. I want to mention, before we continue talking about the second half, one of our sponsors, Sexton's Automotive. Mark Sexton, his brother, they own and run Sexton's Automotive. They're your locally owned and trusted auto repair shop for over 40 years now. We want to encourage you to visit sextonsauto.com to book an appointment today. I will say this, Richard, you're right about finding some consistency on offense. We've got to find a way to be able to put points on the board without depending on LFO to commit penalties. And let me just mention, as our guys are out on the field warming up, I see Slade Swaney. He is still in uniform, but he has no shoes on. He is barefoot, and he is limping pretty bad. So I think we can anticipate that he will not be back in the game in the second half. Jeremiah Frost continues to be on the sideline in uniform, but I'm not sure, as you said to me during the halftime break, it seems pretty obvious that he's not likely at full speed because they're not bringing him into the game at all. And you would have thought they would have done so because we couldn't get anything going with the running game in the first half. Haddon Freeze, normally a very strong runner, averaging over 11 yards per carry up till now in the season, has been completely bottled up in the first half. And so, and we've, you know, our passing game has basically been those 7 or 8 yard out passes on the sideline, and then a couple of times, 3 times, we've tried to go vertical down the field and have not been able to complete the pass, other than to the guys in red, which is not what we want to see happen. And when we're unable to be able to generate a passing game, it allows them to stack the box, and we're seeing that on offense when their defensive line has been able to be in the backfield very, very quickly. And whether it's Zach running the ball or Haddon running the ball, nobody's been able to get through to try and create a hole. And we've done a better job. You said a minute ago, our defense has probably kept us in this more than our offense has. We've done a better job in the second quarter in particular, getting some pressure on the quarterback. Daryl Moore has had a couple of great opportunities through the line. We have not been able to sack the quarterback yet, and it hasn't caused us to generate turnovers. He's had some errant passes, but they've not fallen into our arms, which hopefully we can find some opportunities for that to happen in the second half as well. So I agree with you. We're going to have to find some consistency on offense. We're going to have to generate a running game. We're going to have to find a way to get some passing that's not just 7, 8 yards out on the sidelines and trying to go down vertical, maybe something across the middle of the field with a tight end or something like that.
You know, it's a stark contrast from the first couple games. If you look at the first couple games that we played this year, we had some big connections to Grady Haddock. I mean, listen, through the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season, he was listed as one of the top receivers in the area. And that was that deep threat that we had that really allowed our running game to just take hold and grow. And we just haven't had that deep threat the last couple games. And that's one of the reasons our running game is starting to suffer a little bit. So, yeah, we're going to get the ball here. We'll see what halftime adjustments Coach Chris made. I'm sure he made a few. And we will see where we're at here real quickly here in the second half.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's exactly right. And we're going to find out pretty quickly. LFO is back to kick the ball. The good news is we did get the field goal right before the half. And we have an opportunity now to move the ball down the field and see if we can put some more points up on the board and draw this within a single score. If that can happen, it's anybody's game.
Correct. That's right. Whole second half, and it's a new ball game here. We've got Haddon and Bo Green back to receive, and we'll see what we can put together. Big special teams play is definitely something that would spark the change here in the second half. So we'll see if we can get a good return here. Kick is off, and it's a short kick.
And our guys are going to let the ball fall. Bo Green is going to pick it up, and he's going to try and find a way to get through, but he does not. And unfortunately, the ball is on the 20-yard line. We're going to take over on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
One of the things we were talking about here at halftime is, they are getting some penetration on our line and getting into the backfield early on us. So we've got to come up with a way to kind of nullify that now that we've had a change in centers and the offensive line. So see what the halftime adjustment is here. We still start second half with Adam Gann at center, Haddon Freeze in the backfield. We got a 4-receiver set, 3 on the outside and 1 here close to us. And we're going to start with a run and Haddon up the middle, and it's going to be about a 4-yard gain here on first down. So we'll take that 4-yard gain on first down. Positive yards always helps when you're first down and getting the ball moving here. So looking to the sidelines, and we're going to send Haddon out this time. We're going to go empty backfield here on second down.
It wouldn't surprise me if we have an opportunity to see them try and run the wheel route or run the wide receiver as a wide receiver. Run the running back as a wide receiver. Oh, my word.
Throw to the flat to Grady Haddock, and Grady just, I think he took his eyes up looking downfield before he got the ball in the midst.
I think he tried to run before he had the ball, unfortunately. But that does put us in 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 now. We need to be able to convert this. They're bringing the wide receivers in tight. 2 down at the bottom of the formation. Bryant Marshall being the lone receiver at the top of the formation. Gavin Williams back as a blocker, and Haddon Freeze with Zach Grauer in the backfield.
Going to send Grady in motion.
Oh, my word.
They're going to blow that dead.
That's very similar to what we saw before the half that did not get called, but that's going to be an offensive false start on our Ringgold Tigers. It's going to push us back, unfortunately, put us in 3rd and long.
3rd and 11 with a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's 3rd and long. 3rd and 11 now with just 41 seconds off the clock into the 3rd quarter. That what we just saw there is probably a result, and we saw this before the half, and I should have mentioned it then. It's probably the result of a brand new center who Slade Swaney is, of course, his big rig is our center. He's not able to play anymore tonight. We've got a new center in there, and he's trying to get adjusted to the cadence. Oh, my word. He had him. He had the receiver. He had Gavin Williams open in the slot.
But it was a low pass.
Unable to complete the pass. We've seen some passes tonight from Zach that have just not quite been on the money, unfortunately.
Yeah, and he had him there, Gavin was coming across the middle there, and he had him, and just low throw. So here we go, punting from deep in our territory to start the second half, and they're going to sit there and have their returner standing on their own 47-yard line. Let's see if we can get off a good punt again. A little bit higher, nice.
That's a high punt,
kick,
but it is not very deep. We need a good bounce, and we don't get it. That's going to be out of bounds at our own 45-yard line, as has been the story all game long.
Field position.
Yeah.
They have had it, and we have not. We started at our 20, and they're starting at our 45.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just been the story. Our defense has just had their backs against the wall for most of the game.
The narrative coming into this game is that LFO had a dynamite offense, but their defense was really weak, and they weren't able to stop anyone. Well, that has not proven to be the case for our Tigers tonight, unfortunately. LFO is playing their hearts out, and we are not able to match them right now.
They're going to hand the ball off and a missed tackle in the backfield, and here we go.
Down on the ground after a gain of 8, unfortunately.
It's Bryson Donald, number 9 again.
He's a big load to take down, 200 pounds.
Nice gain on first down.
That's going to put them in 2nd and 2. The ball's going to be on the 37-yard line. 2nd and 2, ball's on the 37-yard line.
Bryson Donald still in the backfield for him, running that.
Why not?
4-receiver set. I know.
Why not?
They're going to fake the handoff, run out to the flat. And that is
Good tackle by Grady.
Jamison Hinton, but they
Unfortunately,
pick up
that's a
the first down.
That's a pick of about 7 yards. That's going to put them on the 29-yard line. 29-yard line, 1st and 10. You know, I'll say, Richard, this is the game a lot of us thought we would see out of LFO some point over the last 2 years. And I think part of what's been going on at LFO is just creating a culture change, and the coaching staff seems to be doing a good job with that. I've heard them sort of referred to as the up-and-coming team, a sleeping giant, you know, those sort of things. And boy, they're putting it all together tonight.
They are. Pressure,
oh my word, that could
errant
be a pick.
pass,
There's the
interception,
pick.
and there it is.
With the pick. Will Matthews with the pick. They push him out of bounds around the 30-yard line. Yes, right at the 30-yard line. We needed that interception. That was a massive. That was what we said earlier coming out of halftime, Richard. We needed to get pressure on the quarterback, but up until now, that pressure had not generated a turnover, and that's what we just got.
Darian Keefe made a definite throw that he would like to have back, but I'll tell you, that's the throw we needed from him right now. Typically, he has been able to pull one out of the hat, but not this time.
Yeah, we've forced him into errant passes multiple times so far this game, but up until now, it has not resulted in a turnover. That's a big turnover for our Tigers. Now let's see if we can do something with it. Bo Green in the backfield, 4 receivers, 3 up top, and 1 down on the bottom. Bo fakes, the fake to Bo, and Zach keeps it. That's the big running play we've been waiting for. Well, they were able to get him by his ankles.
Still a nice pickup
of 6 yards, but I thought it was going to be more than that, but I'll take the 6-yard pickup right there.
He was almost free in the flat there for another at least 10-yard gain.
Close.
It was. But that's okay. We'll take it, you know.
Yeah, so that's going to put him in second and 4 from the 36-yard line. 9 minutes and 34 seconds to go on the clock.
We got Bo out, Haddon back in the backfield. Got a 4-receiver set again, 3 down here and 1 up top. So let's see what we dial up in 2nd and 5.
Hand off the ball to Haddon. Once again, they're in the backfield. He puts his head down and tries to get 1 very tough yard. As has been true so much of the night when Haddon's had the ball. They've been all over him, and he hasn't been able to dance his way out of it.
Going to put him in 3rd and 4.
Third and three.
3rd and 3, they're going to mark it. Very good.
Basically, we need to get to the 40-yard line. We got to find our way to the 40-yard line here. Zach Grauer, Haddon Freeze. There's 3 receivers, 2 on the bottom of the formation, 1 on the top. We got him to jump. That's going to be a first down. That's offsides on LFO.
We'll take it.
Yes, we will. That was a good job with the cadence by Zach Grauer. The hard count, getting them to jump, and we'll take the 5-yard penalty, which gives us a first down.
You know, we're having to use everything we can to move the ball and get a first down, and that was a great call by Zach to try to break that cadence and
whatever
get them.
We have to do.
That's right. Hey, right now it's not coming easy, but we're moving the ball, and it's a first down and moving the chains.
They're going to run Zach again up the middle. He's going to get about 2 yards. That's going to, put the ball down at the 44-yard line. Ball's going to be on the 44-yard line. That's going to put us in 2nd and 8. Another nice run by Zach Grauer.
If you look at both teams right now and you look at the play calling and the way they're moving the ball, LFO is having a lot more freedom moving the ball. Luckily, we had figured out at halftime a way to get more penetration up there and get some pressure on him. But we have got to figure out how to get a good 6-7 yard gain without having to run a quarterback or a flat run.
Haddon Freeze up the middle again, finally gets some nice yardage. That's going to be a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards. That's going to put the ball on the 48-yard line.
And we've got an LFO player down.
48-yard line. So that's a gain of 4 yards on 2nd down. That's going to put us in 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4.
I believe that's number 2, Austin Kate, down for LFO.
Once again, we say this every week when we see one of the student athletes down on the field. You don't want to ever see a student athlete on the field. We want to win this game. We want to win this game by a lot, but we want to see everybody stay healthy. We want to see them play a good game, respect their opponents, on both sides of the ball. And truthfully, we have seen a pretty clean game. We've seen one time a little bit of hothead happen to pop up because this is a rivalry game, but that's the one exception. They've played really, really under control tonight, which has been good to see.
Yeah, they have. It's been a good, clean game from both sides and both teams. We did have that one personal foul on LFO for a little bit of a scuffle there in the first half, but nothing like we saw in the Heritage game.
No, that's exactly.
Nothing like we saw there.
There was some passion in that game, and truthfully, this is, as we said at the beginning of the game, this is the second oldest rivalry in Georgia high school football. There we go. Young man number 2 is up, and he's walking off on his own.
Making his way
just a little
off.
bit of a limp, but he's able to get off on his own. But as I was saying, this is the second oldest rivalry in the state of Georgia. But over the past decade or so, it has lost a little bit of its luster because of the Ringgold Heritage rivalry sort of stepping up and taking the place as the dominant rivalry in Ringgold's life.
Well, you talked about it. If you looked at what you've seen in the first half and you said, tell me the records of each team, you would not say that records are what they reflect from what you've seen on the field tonight.
No, that's exactly right. That's 100% right.
High snap, but Zach takes it, goes around to the flat, and he picks up the first.
First down, Zach Grauer. He is out of bounds. That stops the clock. 7 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. That's a first down for the Ringgold Tigers.
Tell you, that was the best run from him all night. He ran like he was being chased for sure.
And he ran with purpose. He knew exactly where he was going. He found a hole. He was able to hit the hole hard, get out of bounds. Unlike last week, though, we are not using a running back rotation tonight. I really thought we would use more of a running back rotation, to be honest with you.
No, we're not. That surprised me a little bit also. We're going to go with Haddon Freeze in the backfield and the 3-receiver set. And looking for that nice
is. There's a good, and that's a first down, and he's got room to run on the sidelines. That's going to take the ball down to about the 32-yard line. That's going to be a first down Ringgold. No, I'm sorry, even farther. That's going to put him down at the 27-yard line.
And we've got another LFO player down right at our sidelines, and it looks like a cramp from what we're seeing there. But Bryant Marshall, what a great catch.
Fantastic catch and run.
A good pitch and catch.
That's exactly
Zach
right.
put it right on the money, and that's what we needed. That's the offense we've been looking for right there.
And I want to say something, too, about Zach delivering that ball. I don't know if you saw this, but he started to deliver the ball. He held back and then waited before he made that pass. He got his receiver open, then hit him dead in the numbers and gave him an opportunity to do something after the catch with the ball, which we've been lacking tonight. We've just struggled to have that opportunity. And so Zach really played him open as a quarterback on that play. Really well done. All right, the young man on the other side of the field is up. It looks like Doc Haddock and Steve, our trainer, both over there helping work out with him, as well as the LFO crew. And he's going to walk off now under his own power, but he's not looking too strong. That's
looks to be number 12. That is Zion Jackson. Zion is coming on over, but yeah, it looks like might have rolled an ankle. It looks a little more ankle than it does
cramp. Yeah.
A cramp for sure.
That's right. All right, well, this puts us now, as we were saying, we're 1st and 10. The ball's on the 20, I thought the 27, but I think it's on the 26-yard line, actually. 1st and 10, ball's on the 26-yard line. That's a real opportunity for us now to see if we can put something in the end zone.
We have flipped the field. That's a nice thing, too, because we have struggled with field position tonight, but this drive has definitely flipped the field for us.
All right.
7:40 left and counting here in the third quarter. Still 21-10 LFO.
Oh,
that's
Bryant
the ball
Marshall.
we're looking for.
I don't know if you saw that play or not. That's
what are they calling?
They're
calling a turnover.
They're going to call that an interception. That sure looked to me like it was a tie as they came down in the end zone, but they gave that ball to LFO. Man, Bryant Marshall had a great move on that play. He kind of had a double hitch move to try and get open, and I thought they had the touchdown, but the referees thought differently, and that ball went to LFO. That is an interception. That's a turnover. Ball's going to be on the 20-yard line for LFO. This game is continuing to not go our way tonight, Richard.
I tell you, but that was another good throw by Zach. I tell you, yeah, I thought we were going to come up with that one as well.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I wish we could have been a little closer to the action. But that's LFO's ball now on the 20-yard line. Our defense is going to have to step up once again. We're going to have to see what our defense can do. We've got to generate pressure and see if we can get another turnover.
Quarterback keeper. Not much there.
Oh,
Well,
there he steps out of bounds. All right. That's going to be a gain of about 6 yards, 7 yards,
they're
6
giving him
yards. Looks like 6 yards is what they're going to give him. No, they're going to give him more than that. That's about 8 yards. They're going to give him 8 yards. Oh, then they're backing it up. All right, 6 yards. 6 yards on the play. So 2nd and 4. That's 6 yards on the carry. The quarterback keeper. Defense steps back in position.
They've got number 9, Bryson Donald in the backfield, but they're going to go with the pass. And he threw it up, and we have got a bead on.
And he caught that. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Oh, my word. I thought their receiver was going to come down with that one.
I tell you,
Good job by
William
Will
Matthews for Ringgold, number 6, with a great defensive play to get that ball stripped out of there.
Yeah, that was a great job by Will. Appreciate his job, his work in the secondary there to keep that ball from being able to be brought down. I really thought that receiver came down with it.
Well, you know, at first I thought it was going to be an interception, and then the receiver jumped in there, and I thought for sure, like you, that was going to be a completion. So, yeah, Will definitely saved the day there. They're going to rush it, and they're going to hand it off to number 9. But hey,
he was down behind
reverses
the line,
field. Haddon.
Oh,
what a swarm!
That's going to be a loss of
Bryson Donald nowhere to go this time, and they did. They lost a couple yards.
Loss of a yard or so.
4th down. So what are we going to do? Well, we've got a Ringgold player down on the field. Can't make out the number quite yet. Trainers are treating them for what looks like to be cramps, and I think we'll start to see a little bit of that creep in here in the second half. So we've got a 4th, and they're calling it 4 here so far. And we can't tell if they're going to send out the punt team or if they're going to go for it here, but they are backed up on their own 24-yard line. I would not think they would go for it here, being up by 2 scores. So we will see here. Take a second here, folks, to talk about one of our sponsors here, Sexton Automotive. What a great team they have down there at Sexton Automotive, and just some of the things they specialize. They focus on servicing BMW, Mercedes, Volkswagen, Audi, and most Euro brands, but we do service all luxury brands like Acura, Lexus, Infiniti, and etc. Yeah, look, folks, if you've got a problem with your car, Mark and his team at Sexton Automotive is where you need to go. We have the utmost confidence in all of them, and they told us a great story here a few weeks ago. They had a customer coming up from Florida driving a Hudson Hornet, the old Doc from the movie Cars, on a trailer, had a flat tire on the trailer, and Mark and his team had already closed up. They opened up and got Doc back on the road. That's the kind of folks you deal with down at Sexton Automotive. LFO back in. They are going to punt this ball. And we've got Bo Green back. It's a short punt. It's going to get a roll there, and we're going to let it roll dead at the 39-yard line of Ringgold, where we will take the ball. So thankfully, we got a 4 and out, and we have got the ball back. So there's still some life here. But I tell you, we're down 2 scores. We need to put the drive together and get down and get in that end zone. We had such a great drive going. This last drive just ended on an ill-fated interception when Bryant Marshall could not come up with the ball. But we put together another drive like that, I think we'll be right where we need to be here.
Yeah, I apologize for the camera issues that we were having. We've got a piece of equipment that just seems to have broken. So they've been trying to get the picture looking, but it was shaking pretty bad, and we weren't able to get any close-up shots. Hopefully this is going to be at least temporarily fixed for the rest of the evening.
Nice pass out in the flat.
Bryant Marshall again making things happen. That's a 1st down for our Ringgold Tigers.
Way to get Bryant Marshall back involved after that last play interception on the last drive.
Yeah, that's big, really big. If we can continue to get Bryant Marshall involved, he has the ability to make receivers miss. To make DBs miss.
We're getting that vertical passing game going, and that was what was missing in the first half, and that's what we need to get going.
As bad as that interception was, it didn't end up hurting us, other than we didn't put points on the board, obviously, but they didn't either. We need to put points on the board. We've been saying that for a while now. Haddon Freeze with the handoff. He finds the corner, turns it around, picks up 3 yards.
But we've got a flag down on the field.
That's going to be holding.
In our backfield, holding Ringgold.
It's going to come back.
But that's not the way we need to start this drive, but at least it's they'll have it 1st and 20. We'll see where they spot the ball off, where the foul occurred. And it will be 1st and 20 when they walk it off. We'll be at our 39-yard line. All right. That's all right. We can still keep this going. We've got first down here. We just need to pick up a clip here, another flat pass or a good run here.
1st and 20. This is a long. They're going to run
Zach's going to
Zach,
keep
and
it.
he's got a big hole. That's going to get all of our penalty yardage back and then some. That's going to be 11-yard carry. 12-yard carry.
Nice 12-yard
carry. That puts us in 2nd and 8 now. 2nd and 8. That's good news.
Yeah. Just what we need to dial up on 1st and 20. A nice gain back to get that back, like you said, now in a manageable 2nd and 8 from the Ringgold Tigers.
That's a big one. We need to continue to see some of that. Here's what's I think just happened there too, Richard. Our passing game just has created opportunities for the running game to begin to work. As we've been successful completing these passes, it's given us holes to allow the running game. And look at there.
And there's Haddon stumbling forward for the first down.
That is the definition of stumbling and bumbling.
It was, and he just kept his balance and got across the chains. And
that's a 10-yard gain.
1st and 20, and we pick it up, and that's the momentum we need here.
1st and 20, and we pick it up in 2 plays. We don't even need 3rd down. So that's going to put it 1st and 10 with the ball on the 39-yard line. 1st and 10, ball on the 39-yard line.
The offense has definitely looked a lot cleaner here and crisper moving the ball here in the second half. Just what we needed to do in the halftime adjustments.
Well, this is going to, this goes to show you how one side of the offense plays off the other. When you can pass the ball, you can run the ball. And when you can run the ball, you can pass the ball, right? One creates opportunities for the other. That's a 2-yard gain from Zach Grauer on 1st down. It's going to put it at 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. 4 minutes and 40 seconds and counting left in the 3rd quarter. If we can get this down to a 1-score game, we've got an opportunity to do something here. We know that our guys, they know how to deliver in a close game.
That's for sure.
Continuing with the same lineup, 3 receivers, 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top, Haddon Freeze and Zach Grauer in the backfield. They're going to roll
Zach's going to roll out. Is he going to throw that? He is complete.
And that's going to put Pete Pursley in a position to be able to make something happen. Eli, look at that.
Still on his feet.
Eli Pursley.
And he is in.
Touchdown, Tigers.
That's what we needed.
Finally got the big play that we've been looking for all night long.
All right. Ringgold football has arrived at LFO tonight.
Man, they have been pushing all night long for that big play. Finally got it. The kicking team comes on the field to see if we can put that extra point in the through the uprights and make this a 4-point game.
What a run after catch for Eli Pursley.
Again, it was a fantastic run by Eli. Eli made multiple really good moves to make defenders miss, but Zach Grauer threw him open.
He did, but he rolled out of the pocket. That pocket was a designed rollout to throw to the flat to the far side of the field where we really haven't done that. If you notice, we've been really on the other side of the field all night with our
there's
passes.
A penalty. That's going to be a false start on the offense. That's going to push it back just a little bit.
All right. That's okay.
And another opportunity for us to try and kick the extra point.
4:06 left in the 3rd quarter here. It is 21-16, and we are going for the extra point. We can get this to a 4-point game here with 4:06 left in the 3rd quarter. That's
plenty of time. Plenty of time left in this game.
Here we go. Let's see if we can get a good clean snap. Bo Green, hold. Yes, up.
It is good. Yes, up and through the uprights. That is good. That's 17 points for our Tigers. 21 LFO, 17 Ringgold. That is a 4-point game at 4 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
A lot of offense here from our Tigers on these 2 possessions. They moved the ball down the field very nicely both times. I mean, obviously we had the interception in the end zone there on the series before this, but I tell you, what a change from the first half to now.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Richard. Really well said. And here's the beauty now. This is giving our guys confidence, puts LFO on their heels a little bit, which they've not been on their heels the entire game. They've been in control the entire game. And we are I think our guys are running out there right now feeling like there's a good opportunity for us to be able to do something.
Yeah, the pressure is definitely back on LFO. You know, we can get this kickoff like we've been doing all night, and if we can get that defense the way we've been in the last 2 series with them, it puts a lot of pressure on them. I think they're feeling it.
Yeah, and they've struggled to move the ball in the second half.
They have.
I'm getting text from my family who's watching the game. My mom is here from Wisconsin. She's on the other side of the field. She said, "I want to see my grandson score." I said, "Me too." But right now, I'm just happy to see any Tiger get in the end zone.
That's right.
And Eli Pursley, that move was just a double move. He made two really strong cut moves on that run after the catch, and just looked fantastic scoring that touchdown.
All right, here we go. Sam Bishop with the kick. Let's see if he keeps continuing on with the.
He does.
Yes, is going to take it in the end zone. Touchback to the 20.
Into the end zone.
Well, we said we've got to create some different sort of passing plays, and that was the first time we've seen that sort of passing play this game, where they did the intentional rollout, the purposeful rollout by Grauer, which I like. It gave him an opportunity. And I'll be honest with you, when he threw the ball, I was in my mind thinking, no, run the ball, Sam, because he had an opportunity. But he made the right decision. He threw his receiver open and gave his receiver an opportunity to get yards after the catch.
You know, when he's rolling to his left, throwing with his right, you know, it's not a natural motion, but he made it look easy. That's for sure.
Yeah, he really did.
Well, we've got that field position flopped over from where we were struggling, and we have got them back on their 20 now. So way to start with the field position here. Let's see what these Tigers can do.
Once to the flat. That flat, but we've played it really well in the second half. And in the end of the third quarter, towards the latter part of the second quarter, we played it really well. So they continue to try and throw that pass out into the flat.
Yeah, about a 6-yard gain with Jamison Hinton, number 14, taking that pass in the flat.
Now, as well as we played that, we still gave up 6 yards, which we can't continue to do. We've got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback.
They've got Bryson Donald, number 9, in the backfield. I got a feeling that's probably what they're going to throw him. Yep, they're going to throw him in the flat. He is going to be close, if not right at.
That's going to be a first down.
First down. They're going to mark it a first down.
Yeah, they're moving the chains. All right, defense. We've stepped up so far in the second half. It's time to step up again. See if we can find a way to stop them short of scoring and turn the ball back over into our guys' arms.
We need some Daryl Moore in the backfield here.
Yes, we really do.
Oh, he cadenced us and got us to jump. Are they going to call that offense or defense?
That's defense. They're calling it offsides on the defense. We jumped into the neutral zone. It's going to be 5 yards for them, puts them into 1st and 5, unfortunately. We don't like to see that short yardage situation for them on first down. 1st and 5. Ball is now on the 36-yard line. 3 minutes and 27 seconds left in the third quarter.
Looked like we had Haddon Freeze coming in there for a blitz, and we look like we're going to blitz again.
But they passed into the blitz, which is a really good decision. Now, that is a great tackle.
Great
I don't know what they called. There's a flag on the field.
Jamison Hinton, the receiver, is down. He is slow to get up.
What's the call? What is the call?
Ineligible receiver
downfield on the offense. All right, that's going to back them up. But hey, what a great tackle by Grady Haddock.
Great open field tackle by Grady Haddock.
We've not made great open field tackles in the first half of this game. If we can make open field tackles, that'll change the dynamic of this game. But looks like we don't need it because of the penalty. It's going to march them backwards. We're going to get the yardage back that we gave up with that defensive offsides a minute ago.
We did. They'll start back 1st and 10 again.
Well, wait a minute. That's the 36-yard line.
31-yard line.
Yeah, 31-yard line. So that's a 5-yard penalty. They're back into 1st and 10 now. So basically the way it was before we jumped off sides.
It's not a bad thing for us. We get a fresh start here, and let's see if we can get some pressure back there and keep number 9, Bryson Donald, from breaking off one of these 5 or 6 yard runs, and that's what they're going to give him the ball.
And great tackle by Eli McGuire. Fantastic tackle. He picks up 2 yards on that play, maybe 3 yards. The ball's going to be on the 34-yard line, so that's going to make it 2nd and 7 to go. 2nd and 7, ball's on the 34-yard line. There's 2 minutes and 45 seconds and counting on the clock.
They're just going to run a little tempo here and try to get the ball off pretty fast.
LFO, you mean?
LFO, excuse me. Yes, sorry.
They're all rivalries. We're glad to see if we can find a way to beat them all.
We're showed blitz, but we backed out of it. But number 4, they got him. That's Jared Mitchell with the catch, number 4 for LFO.
Mitchell's a heck of a receiver. Mitchell is a really, really good receiver, unfortunately. Malachi Brown is the leading receiver on this LFO team, but Jared Mitchell is not far behind him. Thankfully, for our benefit, he fell down when he caught the pass. Otherwise, he would have moved the ball even farther down the field. That's 2 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. That's 1st and 10. Ball's on the 46-yard line.
We are showing blitz again, and we're going to bring – oh, nice.
Malachi – I'm sorry, not Malachi, but Daryl Moore got his hands up in the air, was able to knock that pass down. What a great play by Daryl Moore.
Absolutely. Puts him in 2nd and 10. That's always a nice thing, too. No gain on 1st down. We brought the pressure, and Daryl Moore just read that perfectly, got the hands up right at the right time.
I don't know exactly how tall Daryl Moore is, but he is over 6 foot tall, and he used every bit of that length right there to get up and knock that pass down. All right, 2nd and 10, 1:59 and counting on the clock in the 3rd quarter.
Darian Keefe, yeah, looking like he's trying to figure out the play from the sidelines.
And there's offensive linemen just holding their arms out like they don't know what's going on.
Slow to get the play in. The play clock is down to 3 seconds.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. There's the penalty.
No, I did not get that off, but they did not call a penalty.
Oh, no, who is that? Is that
that was number 9, Bryson
that's
Donald.
47.
And we stopped him for no gain.
That was 47. That was Hampton Andrews, who had a fantastic play for Ringle.
Fantastic.
Get the tackle at the maybe even a loss of a yard. Yeah, a loss of a yard, it looks like. So that's going to put him in 3rd and 11. Ball's on the 45-yard line. 1:28 and counting in the 3rd quarter.
They got away with one there, though. That clock was at 0.
Yes, it was.
Back to pass.
And once again, we're
pass
playing
complete. Jared Mitchell, number 4.
But he did not complete it did not convert the first down. That's going to leave him in 4th and 1. Wait a minute.
Wait.
He just gave him a 1st down. They're well short of the first. He was well short, but they gave him the 1st down. They gave him the yardage. They're moving the ball.
They have not moved the chains. Now they're signaling to move the chains.
Yeah. All right, that's 1st and 10. Ball's on the 44. He needed to get to the 45. He got to the 44-yard line. That's going to put our Tigers having to defend now again. 1st down.
I tell you, number 4 there, Jared Mitchell has been open in the flat. You know, he's about a 10-yard out, and he's not getting any pressure. We might need to come up and put a little more pressure from the defensive backs on these receivers.
Yeah,
we're giving them a lot of room right now.
That's exactly right. Oh, another
high snap,
pass.
Aaron snap.
Another snap.
Oh, and he keeps it instead of throwing it away, and
yes,
he is going to lose yards.
That's a 4-yard loss on 1st down. That's going to put him in
Keefe.
2nd and 14.
I thought for sure he was going to throw that away, Micah.
I think Keefe might be hurt.
Is he down? He should have thrown that away.
He should have thrown that away. I'm surprised he didn't throw that away. And not only did he not throw it away, he was holding the ball out. He wasn't carrying the ball with security either. I was a little surprised with how loosely he was carrying the ball.
Yeah, everybody has taken a knee. Everybody.
Back to what we said a minute ago. We don't ever want to see one of these guys get hurt. So let's hope for his benefit that everything is okay. He's going to have to come out one play, obviously, because they had to stop time because of his injury for an injury timeout. But let's hope that's all he has to miss. You want to beat the other team at their best, and you don't ever want to see one of these guys get hurt.
Absolutely not. The trainers are still working with them. We have still got everybody down on the field taking a knee. I think we're all hoping he'll pop up any second now. We do not want to see.
I mention this every week, but I like to see when both teams have taken a knee. When there's an injury, I like to see both teams taking a knee, showing respect.
All right, they're getting him up. Might have just got the air wind and knocked out of him.
But he's getting up kind of slow. Let's see what he looks like when he walks.
They're
going to have to help him walk off the field. That's not good.
Number 3, Darian Keefe, taken up on the play.
You don't want to see that happen, ever. We're going to hope.
It's more than the air knocked out of him. Maybe an ankle or knee or something here. They're sitting him on the bench, and they're going to keep
we're going to hope and pray that young man is fine, that he misses a play or two, and that he's back in the game.
Absolutely. The question now is who is the backup quarterback?
Yeah, this is going to change the game in a very, very significant way. Is number 2 the backup quarterback? Is that right? Let's see.
Well, he's listed at, I don't know if Austin.
No, number 11, I think, is their backup quarterback. Malachi Brown. Is that? No, that's their wide receiver. Maybe they're going to run I wonder if they're running
a Wildcat.
Yeah,
they might be running a Wildcat. Maybe. And that's it. And they're just going to hand
Hand
off
off
to
the
number
ball.
9.
Dang it. That
And
is
that
not
works
what we
for you.
wanted. That worked really well.
Bryson Donald with a 9th run. He's got it all the way down to the
They're giving him the first
39-yard or
down. Yep.
34-yard line, first down.
He was able to pick up the first down. Let's see. Now, let's see what happens if we're able to. Well, it looks like Keith tried to get up like he wanted to go in, but the trainers are keeping their arms around him. I'm not sure they're going to let him go in just yet.
Go more Wildcat, and I imagine a lot more of Bryson Donald.
Oh, that's a false start on the offense. That is a false start. That's going to back him up. Man, you hate to see an injury like this change the dynamic of the game.
You do. You do.
It really changes all of the, and we've been through it before on our side of the field. We don't want to ever see it happen.
Going to turn them into probably a one-dimensional, more running style team here until they can get it figured out.
I don't know. Who knows what their backup is able to do in terms of an arm. For those who are paying attention, 24 seconds and counting on the clock. It is counting down. This is likely the last play of the third quarter. Ball's on the 39-yard line, 1st and 15.
Malachi Brown handed off, fumbles the ball,
he
gets it
fumbles
back.
the ball and recovers it. He's going to be down at the 39-yard line, so that's no gain.
Bryson Donald recovered.
That's going to put them in 2nd and 15. That's the end of the third quarter.
All right.
The end of the third quarter.
Well, this is a whole different ball game now for the fourth quarter.
LFO 21. Ringle.
It is definitely going to be an interesting fourth quarter.
Yes,
We've got a lot of different things at play right now. We're only down 4 points.
But they're driving. They're going to say now that he did lose 2 yards on that play. So it looks like it's going to be 2nd and 17 when we come back to begin the fourth quarter. Each team has their full complement of 3 timeouts. And Keith is taking his pads off.
Well, he's walking down with the trainers, but he is moving a lot better.
He does seem like he's moving well. He's undone some of his pads. I don't know. My guess is he's trying to argue to get back in the game. And the coaches look like they're telling him, yeah, I don't blame him. I understand if you're a senior and this is a rivalry game, you want to get in, but you also know that the coaches and trainers have got to do what they can for his future. Gosh, it's just tough. This is really hard. You want to see both teams at full strength.
Yeah, Darian Keefe is definitely trying to plead his case, but the trainers are definitely he's not going in the game. Let's just say
As
that.
of right now, he's not. We'll see.
We're going to stay at the quarterback position with Malachi Brown, number 11, as quarterback right now, and they've got Bryson Donald in the backfield. We'll see what we got.
All right, here we go. Beginning of the fourth quarter. Beginning of the fourth quarter.
We can ill afford to let them go down and get a touchdown here.
Well, that's correct. We've got to find a way to get the stop here.
And he's going to roll out.
They're going to pass the ball, and he's got a receiver wide open.
What a pass.
What a pass and what a catch.
Malachi Brown.
My
Guess that answers
word.
that question. They will not stay one-dimensional with Malachi in the game. That was a nice completion.
And as a reminder, Malachi Brown, who's playing quarterback now, is their number 1 wide receiver. Their number 1 receiver, but he is he looked really good passing the ball on that play.
He did. Leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They rolled him out of the pocket. He found the receiver. So now it's 3rd and 1. That did not get him the first down. It's 3rd and 1. The ball is on the 25-yard line. 11 minutes, 22 seconds and counting on the clock.
Got 9 seconds left on the play clock and counting. They need to get this play off.
Woo! Our guys knew that was coming. They met him in the backfield.
Boy, I tell you.
That's a loss of 2.
Yeah, this is going to leave them 4th down.
4th and 3. What do they do? I mean, you would think this is going to have to be 4-down territory. I'm guessing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how good their field goal kicker is, but I mean, this is a 27-37. This is almost a 44-yard field goal. It's about a 43.5-yard field goal. So you would assume they're going to go for it.
Malachi Brown came down and talked about it with the coach and got the play, and they are going to go for
4th and 2. Here they go. This is a big, big play for our Tigers. 4th and 2. Can we get the stop? They fake the pass.
He's going to fake it.
Brown is going to try and get out there. He is
He does
not
not
going to
get
the
it.
first down.
What a huge
What
play
a
for the Ringgold
massive-
Tigers.
That was a complete defensive effort by our Ringgold Tigers. That's a turnover on downs, and Ringgold is going to take over 1st and 10. Ball is going to be on the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, ball's on the 28-yard line.
What a huge stand defensively by Ringgold. And that was a design rollout for Malachi Brown to try to pick up those 2 short yards. I think that everybody thought it may go to Bryson Donald, number 9, and it did not. And
well,
I tell you,
it to him, and then Malachi Brown. But our defense was like they had been shot out of a cannon coming after him. And it was what I mentioned a minute ago. It was a complete defensive effort. It was one after another pursuing the ball carrier.
absolutely.
Right.
10-29.
3-receiver split. Zach Grauer is going to take the ball again. He's going to find a hole. Ooh, They caught him by his ankles. Doesn't look like he's any worse for the wear. That's going to be a gain of 3 yards or so. Ball at the 32-yard line, 10 minutes and 14 seconds and counting.
He's got a little bit of a limp there. That one will leave a little
They
on
caught him
him.
by the shoelaces on that one and
Absolutely.
jerked him down pretty hard. Got to appreciate the intensity they're playing with right now.
9:59 and counting now in the 4th quarter. This is an important drive for us, obviously.
Hand off to Haddon Freeze. He starts to find a hole. Oh, they cannot bring him down. That is
an
a first
amazing
down
run
for the
from
Ringgold
Haddon.
Tigers. He takes it almost to midfield. That's going to be the 46-yard line. That is a gain of 17 yards. 17 yards on that play. And that's a Ringgold first down.
Did you see that young man use his hand to keep himself from hitting the ground and keep those legs churning? I tell you what,
His
what a
balance
heck
is
of a run.
impressive. His balance is really impressive. And this is when you need the senior to step up. Yards have been tough to come by tonight, but we're beginning to see it open up. Fake, and
Faked
Zach
it.
takes the ball. What a run by Zach Grauer. What a run. Woo!
Oh, takes the ref
Took out
down.
the referee at the same time. Referee, that was an assist for LFO by the referee. I hope he's okay. Looks like he
Well,
bounced
what a
out just fine.
9-yard pickup on first down. That's how you move the chains down the field. And we're left with 2nd and short. It's going to be a long 2.
Now, we're seeing something we haven't seen very much this year, but Logan Moore is in the backfield as a running back. Logan Moore, who has been playing safety this season, playing in the defensive backfield, coming in play running back. I know I've been watching him for years. He's a pretty good running back, Richard, and he has the ability to do good things with the ball. And they give him the ball.
They're going to give it to him.
And he's going to fight for some serious yards. He's going to get 1 yard. It's a 1-yard gain. That's going to leave us at 3rd and 1. This is where we have been going with the tush push. You know what I mean? And
Well, we don't have Big Rig in there for the tush push this time.
But
Haddon is back in the game.
You also got to think this might be 4-down territory, Richard.
Oh, I think it's 4 down.
Minutes to go on the clock and
Absolutely.
counting. We're down by 4 points. We need the touchdown. It wouldn't surprise me if this is not 4-down territory.
I don't think Coach Crisp has got anything else on his mind if it's a 4th and 1.
Got the jump. That's a first down for the Tigers.
What a way for Zach to pick that up.
What a fantastic job with the cadence.
Boy, the LFO crowd does not like it down in the stands, but that was senior leadership at its best. Well, not senior leadership.
Junior leadership.
Junior leadership, I should say.
Upperclassmen leadership, we'll say that. All right, that puts us at 1st and 10. The ball is on the 40-yard line now. 40 yards to go for a score, for a touchdown. 8 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock and continuing to count. Ringgold is not hurrying. They're taking their time, which I would too if I were them. 3 receivers set, 2 up top and 1 on the bottom. And once again, Zach Grauer is going to carry the ball. He's going to pick up a good 4 yards. That's going to put it at 2nd and 6, ball on the 44-yard line.
You know, this is that methodical drive. We haven't had any big chunks taken off, but we have just
for that 17-yard run by Haddon.
Well, there you go. But we are moving that ball.
Dad remembers
and
that
killing
one.
that clock. Dad does remember that one. You should. That was the run of the night for him. I tell you, I don't know how he didn't go down sooner. Here we go. Haddon in the backfield.
Oh, they swarm him in the backfield. That's a loss of 1, unfortunately. We got a little predictable. It was Zach with the run, Haddon with the run. Zach with the run, Haddon with the run. We got a little predictable, and LFO was able to anticipate that one and jump the snap perfectly and get through the line and be able to stick
a couple yards. They're calling it 3rd and 9.
Yeah, 3rd and 9 now. That's 2-yard loss. Ball is at the 38-yard line. Ball's at the 38-yard line.
need to pick up a big chunk, if not the whole thing here, if we're
Once
even
again,
thinking about going forward on 4th down.
This is likely a 4-down territory. The LFO crowd, you can't hear it, but they are getting very loud. We happen to be
Play
on the,
clock at 4 seconds.
There we go. They called a timeout.
We had to call a timeout. We did not like the play.
That's going to be our first timeout of the second half.
I noticed Bryant Marshall, number 7, was down there. He did not know the play himself. He had his hands in the air, kind of like, what was the play? So a little bit of confusion there from the Tigers. Smart timeout, though. This is an important drive.
It really is. This is important, might be the understatement of the night. It is
Yeah,
a
6:41
exactly
left.
Right. I mean, it
Yes.
is a crucial drive for our Tigers. We've seen touchdowns so far this evening from Sam Grauer and Eli Pursley, both of whom had to fight for him. Pursley with that fantastic catch and run, that run after the catch to get the touchdown, or to get us, to the touchdown. And then Grauer earlier in the first half with the great run to put the ball in the end zone. We need someone to step up here. Got to find a way to put 6 on the board.
We do. Absolutely. And I will say, looking down on the field, Darian Keefe, number 3, has got his pads and jersey off. He is done for the night.
Yeah, I hate to see that, man. That hurts my heart as a dad of a senior. I hate for a senior quarterback to have to be out of the game that way. All right, here we go. 3rd and 8 to go. Ball on the 38-yard line. 6 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the game. Zach is going to run the ball again. He's going to run it off the left side. He is going to get almost to he's going to get a little less than no, there we go. They're going to get him to the 34-yard line. Ball's going to be on the 34. That's going to put us in 4th and 4. 4th and 4.
And predictably, Coach Crisp is leaving the offense on the field.
And it's not just 4th and 4. It's 4th and a very long 4. The ball's actually in between the 34 and the 35-yard line. So this is a huge play here. I won't say it's the ball game because we got time left on the clock, but this is very important.
You'd like to see a false start here, right?
Yeah, and offsides.
He's trying too.
Yeah, get that offsides. Get him to jump. We don't want the false start, but we would like the offsides.
Yeah, offsides, absolutely. And we're going to run the play.
They're
and
gonna
boy,
go deep,
we're going to air it out.
He dropped the pass. That was a perfect throw by Zach Grauer. Perfect throw by Zach Grauer. I don't know what happened there. That was a great pass by Zach Grauer. I didn't. Who was the receiver? I can't see the number on that one.
I can't see the number yet either. I can't tell if that was Grady Haddock or not.
It would have been either Haddock or Pursley.
That was Pursley. It was Eli Pursley, number 9.
It was Eli Pursley. Talking about the senior. He wanted that one. That was perfectly drawn up play, perfectly delivered ball, and we just couldn't complete the catch. All right, now our defense. We need another turnover. We cannot let them. You think they're going to probably run the ball a lot this series. We got to find a way to get in there and
sure enough, big number 9 gets the old call.
Daryl Moore falls on him. He gets a gain of 3 yards on first down. That's going to put him in 2nd and 7.
Clock is going to come into play now.
Clock really comes into play. 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go and count it. But you got to think they're going to run the ball. But they also demonstrated to us in the earlier series that he can pass the ball if he needs to. And number 4, Jared, what's his last name? Jared Mitchell has shown the ability to get open. And so we can't play exclusively the run. We're going to have to watch out for the pass. But if we can get pressure, play the run and get pressure, we have an opportunity to get this ball turned over on downs. All right, that was a 2-yard run. It's 2nd and 8. 5 minutes and 6 seconds to go. They're going to run the ball again, and he gets right past
he gets out in the
every
flat.
one of our defenders.
He's made the corner.
And that is a huge run. That's a touchdown for LFO. There are no flags on the play.
Bryson Donald had the run of the night for him there, and that is ill-timed for us.
That was the run of the night. You're exactly right, Richard. What a back-breaking run by the running back who has shown himself over and over and over tonight to be very difficult to bring down.
Yeah.
He has just been a dominant force in the backfield. I expected them to throw the ball all over the field, and instead they have run the ball all over the field. All right. They line up for the extra point.
Ivan Thomas for the attempt. Snaps up. Good.
And it is good.
Well, Bryson Donald, the run of the night for LFO, and at an ill time, that puts him up 2 possessions, 28-7 LFO with 4:54 left in the 4th quarter. Well, the clock is not our best friend right now. We are going to have to move the ball with tempo. We're going to get down to get 2 scores. We can ill afford to have a lot of running attempts here. We have got to move the ball with some urgency to get this ball down and in the end zone and get the ball back again. We cannot have a lot of running attempts at this point, I don't think. I think we've got to really open up for a quick strike. Boy, I tell you, that could be the backbreaker.
I was about to say, Richard, you don't want to say that that's the ball game. There's almost 5 minutes left in the game, but we've got to find a way to score twice, and we're going to have to score fairly quickly. We have 2 timeouts left in the game, and I say we've got to find a way to score twice. We also got to find a way to stop them.
That's correct, and here again, if we can't get him a 3 and out.
We had him in the backfield, and we just couldn't bring him down on that play. That ball's going to be short. Bo Green's going to take the kickoff. He's trying to find the outside. He gets past the first tackler. They get him down at around the 23-yard line. We're going to take over at the 23-yard line. We have 77 yards to go to see if we can get the touchdown. But we're down 11. We've got to have 2 touchdowns. Well, I guess we could get a touchdown and 2-point conversion.
And I'm sure that's what Coach Crisp will do if we get in that end zone, is go for 2 and try to get it to a field goal position to tie the game, to send it to overtime. Like you said, though, that's saying that we stop LFO when they get the ball back.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That is
a lot of ifs at this point. A lot of ifs with 4:45 left, 4th quarter. Ringgold down 28-17.
This whole press box is literally shaking right now. This LFO fan base is very excited.
They're hungry for this one for sure.
Double
pass.
Oh, no.
And it did not work out for us.
I watched them practice that yesterday, and they ran it really well yesterday, but that did not work today. They tried to lateral out to the wide receiver, who then tried to go downfield to Haddon Freeze, who was streaking downfield, and it unfortunately just was poorly executed all the way around. All right, that's 2nd and 10. The ball's on the 23-yard line. 4 minutes and 41 seconds left. The clock is stopped.
We've got 3 receivers down here, and they've only got 2 defenders. And I think Zach, just threw an absolute interception.
And unfortunately, they're now going to take over after the turnover.
Jamison Hinton, number 14, with the interception.
That ball's on the 6-yard line now. That ball is on the 6-yard line. LFO takes over. Our guys are gritty. They have the ability to come back, but this is looking pretty tough right now.
Boy, I didn't see a receiver in the area there. Well, all I saw was number 14.
There was a receiver beyond him, but the pass was ill-advised for sure, and not thrown well, I'm afraid.
4:29 left. LFO ball at the 6 after the turnover and interception.
All right, first and goal. Ball on the 6-yard line. 4 minutes 29 seconds left in the game. We have 2 timeouts. We have 2 timeouts. They have 3. Yeah, they're going to run the ball, you would assume here. And
they are. They're going to give it to number 9, and he's just going to.
We're going to tackle him. It's down at the 3-yard line, I think. So that's going to be a 3-yard gain.
Yep.
Second and goal from the 3-yard line now. 4 minutes and 16 seconds and counting.
I would think 4 Bryson Donald attempts in a row would be what I would go with if I was LFO right now, if it takes 4.
Yeah, I would be
running. The clip he picks off the yards.
No hurry at all if I'm LFO.
No, they've got that clock running at 3:56 and counting, play clock at 16 seconds and counting, and they are not lining up. You're right. They're going to take it down to the very last second.
Yeah, I would. That's exactly what I'd be doing if I were in their shoes.
It's a handoff to Bryson.
And
he found the end zone. Touchdown, LFO.
Well, we came in as 21-point favorites in this game, and it looks like the 21-point line was on the wrong side of the field, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, they are 34 LFO, Ringgold 17, 3:38 left, and they are on for the extra point to put them up 35-17.
Vickers in the backfield lining up the extra point. See if he can get the point. Oh, I thought they got the block. They almost did, but they were unable to quite get there. That is good. And that makes the score 35, Ringgold 17. Now, let's put this in perspective. 3 minutes and 38 seconds to go on the clock. And not only are we down 3 scores, but we have to score more points in the remaining 3:38 than we've been able to score in the entire game up until this point.
That's
We're
correct.
down 18 points. This is a tough. Well, I mean, Richard, to be honest with you, it's going to take a miracle.
Yeah, it would. And, the LFO fans are, half of them are still standing. I think they have, you could tell the frustration for years that they haven't been able to beat Ringgold in a little while. And it's definitely got them on their feet here tonight. They have, the seniors want to go out on top, and they are definitely playing that way tonight at LFO.
They really are. Man, what a performance by the Warriors this evening. Got to tip your cap to them. They've really done and especially after losing their fantastic quarterback, who is, again, we hate to see him hurt, and you want him to be back for next game. But, man, even after losing all of them, they're going to let that ball play. Hadn't caught it, ran it back into the end zone, found a hole. That's a nice return down to about the 28-yard line.
Flag coming
there's
down.
a flag.
Got a feeling that might be a block in the back on us.
I would think with where that flag was thrown, you would think that's exactly what it is.
Here he comes with the call.
Well, the ball was going to be on the 39-yard line. Personal foul against Ringgold. Well, that's not good at all. That's going to be a half the distance to the goal penalty, unfortunately, Richard. That's going to march him back to about the 14-yard line or so, 14.5-yard line, I would assume. No, it's going to put him right on the 15-yard line. They're going to say he went out of bounds at the 30, so that's going to put him at the 15-yard line.
I don't think that penalty was out of frustration. I think that was desperation. I think we were trying to get ahead and open, and then just had to take a block that was ill-advised.
Yeah, they're doing everything in their power to try and find a way to work this game out, but man, this has been a tough one tonight. This has been hard to watch. Oh, he fumbled the snap.
Bad snap. Zach picks it up and just makes what he can out of it.
You know, that's a microcosm of our night tonight, Richard.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
Just been, I mean, we've seen what happens with the loss of Slade Sweeney, Big Rig, and we've had to move linemen around, and I don't care how good the linemen are, and we have really good linemen, and the linemen who have stepped into Big Rig's place are fantastic linemen. But you're filling some literally big shoes there.
And the timing, definitely.
It's tough.
Thing with it.
That's just hard. The center is the toughest position on the line.
We got a quick out
Nice
to
play by Eli Pursley. He's going to take it out of bounds. That's going to stop the clock. 2 minutes and 53 seconds left on the clock. That's going to put us on the 32-yard line, and that's going to be a first down for the Ringgold Tigers.
Stop of the clock with the pass out of bounds. They're moving the chains. LFO band's just going to continue to play even through. Nice high pass.
Oh, man. Marshall's got to bring that one down, Richard. That was a little bit of a high pass, but as Haddon likes to say to me, if it hits your hands, you got to bring it down.
That's right.
We needed that pass in a bad way. All right. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go. It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. That's a completion to Eli Pursley, and that's a flag.
And a flag.
I would assume where that's thrown that's holding against the Tigers. They're backing
And
up.
you're
Yep.
right,
That's
holding on
against
the
the
Tigers. Yeah.
Well, that puts us in second and 15 now, unfortunately.
For those just joining us, it's LFO 35, Ringgold 17, 2:41 left in the fourth quarter, and Ringgold facing 2nd and 10, deep in their own territory.
Ball's going to go to Bryant Marshall, see if he can do something with it. He makes a nice move after the catch. That's a first down. That's going to put the ball on the 39-yard line, maybe 38-yard line.
Sure.
Oh, is it? No. Oh, you're right. It is. I'm sorry. I was looking at
But he picked up a nice chunk there.
You're
2nd and 20 is what that call was, and he picked it up.
Picked up 14 yards on that one, maybe
Absolutely.
15 yards. Yeah, third
and
and
5. And obviously 4 down is all where we're at. So it's not the chains we're worried about. It's getting it in the end zone with the clock running right now at 2:08 and counting.
Zach's going to run the ball. That's going to be a first down. He's trying to get out of bounds, and he gets out of bounds, and that is going to stop the clock with 2 minutes exactly left on the clock.
And we've got a player down in the backfield.
Is that another lineman? It is another lineman.
He's up, number 53.
That is Julian Barrera. That's Julian, unfortunately, limping. He's trying to make his way back.
They're
going to pull him off.
Check him out.
Yeah, they're going to check him out of the game and bring in Hampton Andrews, who's going to play offensive line now. Once again, that's 2 of our linemen down. We have great linemen. They've been doing good work, but when you have to shuffle the line like this. Adam Gann's been playing center. Adam's really strong as a center, but replacing some really big shoes with Slade Swaney, that's a tough spot.
Almost intercepted off
the field. I don't know what the penalty is going to be called, but there is a flag on the field.
There's a flag on the play.
I'm not sure what the call is going to be. This is
the defensive backfield there, so we'll see.
Pass interference against the defense.
There we go.
Pass interference against the defense. That's going to give us a first down, I believe.
Absolutely. So we'll see how much.
Unfortunately, at this point, they're playing a prevent defense. They're just trying to force us to move down the field very slowly, and it's been effective. We're completing passes, but all they care about is just burning up time on the clock.
That's right. They want to keep us in bounds and let us take off 5-10-yard chunks. That's okay.
Yeah,
clock is our enemy at this point in the game.
With first and 10 now. The ball's on the 39-yard line. 39-yard line. 39 yards to go. 1 minute and 54 left in the game. Oh, man, the defensive line got through there. And once again, we're going to
keeps it up, but there's more.
Oh, my word.
You had 4 LFO Warriors down there and only 2 Tigers. That was
tough. That was really tough. Yeah, that was, that's a desperation pass at that point. All right, 2nd and 10. There's 1 minute and 46 seconds left on the clock. We have 2 timeouts. LFO has all 3 of their timeouts.
I don't see LFO burning any of theirs.
No, I don't. As a reminder, this LFO team made the playoffs last year for the first time in 6 years. Last year was their first playoff appearance. First time in 6 years. This LFO team has been turning the corner for the last couple of years, and we really thought last year was going to be the turn the corner, and they did. Again, they made the playoffs last year. That's good news. But, man, they look like they really have found something tonight. And remember, as a reminder, they had Heritage down quite a bit, and Heritage was able to make their way back and ended up winning the game. But that may have given them the toughness needed to be able to come in here and get the lead and hold it tonight against our Tigers.
Well, they were playing at Heritage, and I think this home field tonight definitely was an advantage for them too. But
the crowd has been for LFO.
Absolutely.
It's been really good news for them.
Absolutely. But, at the end of the day, they have looked good in all phases of the game tonight. You have to give it to LFO. They've looked good. Now, hey, our Tigers fought back. They were only down by 4 at one point. I mean, they really, for where they were at and how the play of the first half looked, they fought back and they were just marching down the field and looked like we were going to take the lead late in the game.
All
that
right.
has quickly flipped.
1 minute and 46 seconds to go. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball's on the 39-yard line. 4 receivers out, and Haddon going out as a 4th receiver. Oh my gosh, and that's another interception, and I think that's going to be a touchdown. Not quite, nope. Oh, wait a minute. He knocked the ball out, but was he out of bounds?
They called him out. Well, I tell you.
That's another turnover for the LFO Warriors. Well, Richard.
Just not our night.
I don't know what to say other
Just
than
not
this
our
is not
night.
our night tonight.
I
He was
think
trying to throw that. It was a short little out pass,
he was.
and the receiver, the DB just jumped it and was able to bring the ball all the way back to the 14-yard line. This is a tough one tonight.
I think we're going to see some just a little bit of a run game. I don't think they're going to take a knee at this point because of the timeout situation. But with a minute 36 left.
Well, we only have one timeout left, so it wouldn't surprise me if they don't take a knee. Yeah, they're in victory formation. They're going to take the knee. They take the knee.
I don't know that Coach Chris will call the timeout.
I
think
would be surprised if he would. He's not calling a timeout. Folks, that's going to be the ball game. 35-17. There's a minute and 23 seconds left and counting. We're not calling the timeouts. They'll just need to snap the ball 2 more times, and that'll be the end of the game. Well, the good news is, Richard, everything we still want is in front of us. The loss to Rockmart probably knocked us out of the ability to win the region, but we still have the opportunity to be in the playoffs, still have the opportunity to host a playoff game, and tonight will be a good learning opportunity for our guys. They're going to be mad, and we go into this. Remember, we've played 8 weeks in a row if you include the preseason. Played some really good teams 8 weeks in a row without a break. We go into the bye week now, and they're going to have 2 weeks to stew on this.
Yeah,
and
bye week
the coaches are going to have them fired up.
Yeah, the bye week is definitely perfectly timed at this point with this tough loss tonight.
Yeah, this is one more snap, and that will be the ball game. And that's the ball game, folks. LFO is going to win the game 35-17. 35-17. No one's going to win the Catoosa Cup this year. We're going to split it 3 ways.
That's right.
And all right, that's it. For Richard Tharp, I'm Micah Freeze signing off. I hope that you have a good week, and we'll see you in